up, Goat?
What up?
How you doing, man? How you doing, man?
How's your morning? Or is it afternoon for you now? I'm gonna get like a okay view. It's not gonna be great tonight. There's a lot of fog and also a lot of clouds gonna be trying to push through on us. So it's gonna be kind of tough, but we got a little bit of view. What's up, Pickles? I see you, bud. Welcome in. Can you guys hear me okay? Get everything set up here properly. Hopefully you can see okay as well. Tonight's not been a great night as far as observation goes, but we got this little bit of a clearing. It's worth jumping on. Yes, okay, good. Good deal. I'm trying a little different setup than I normally do. This is a 3x Barlow with my deep space camera, so we get a lot more resolution. Do Neptune, dude, I would love to, but dude, like it's just nasty right now. Let me put up the all sky real quick. It's kind of wild up there right now. You can still see the Milky Way, of course, but there's a ton of fog here. There's actually a lot of fog, and I can't even get like really good focus tonight with Saturn. Everything's just kind of a hassle. Even trying to see some of the moons was kind of tough. Just one of those nights. Nah, man, like deep space on a night like tonight are just horrible. Honestly, didn't even think I'd be on here because of clouds. Yeah, it's just horrible to try to do too much. Like bright objects right now are definitely the easier ones to go to. So something like Saturn, Jupiter, some of the brighter stars. But deep space tonight is just would be a horrible idea. Like we would not get a good view at all. If you kind of watch, like if you watch Saturn right now, it's so turbulent, I guess would be the word that you'd probably want to use here, but the atmosphere is so turbulent, and even here low with all the fog, it's just horrible, man. I'd love to, you know, I like doing stuff like that, but tonight we won't. Tonight we're not going to be able to hit too much. Hey, what's up, Matt? How's it going? Let me make sure the camera controls run properly here. Should be able to move the camera around a little bit. There we go. Goats in the space. That's funny. Yeah, I can see some stars here, obviously, through the camera on the bottom, but only like brighter targets are actually showing up right now. They're kind of really coming in now. You see how much they're twinkling? That's that atmospheric effect that we're seeing. It's just horrible. Really bad atmosphere tonight. Again, why I didn't even think I'd be on tonight, but I'm glad to be here. I'm definitely glad to be on. Able to jump on. Hopefully we can sit here for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour. Hi, Sibel. Good morning. How are you? How's your morning? I tried to sneak on YouTube this morning. I can't do Andromeda right now. It'd be really hard. With the current setup, it'd be really hard. Brian's in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, just be hard with the setup. We're too zoomed in. This is the C11 with the SV405cc, but I got a 3x Barlow inside, so I get just kind of crazy. Yeah, about 2.5 million light years away. It's a beautiful galaxy, though. Yo, what's up, Chili Billy? How's it going, man? Interstellar visitor, not yet. Not yet. Not until the end of October into the beginning of November. We'll be able to see 3i. He'll be coming right out. There's a lot of comets. There's a lot of comets that are going to be kind of fun to observe this year. There's a lot of comets. There's a bunch of them coming in. So that's going to be a lot of fun, though. Yo, Trailblazers, appreciate that, man. Do I work for NASA? I do not. I do not work for NASA. I got some friends that work for NASA, but I don't. This Saturn right now. We're hanging out Saturn. Hanging out beautiful Saturn. See if we can pull it over a little better too. Pull the telescope over just a bit. There we go. Saturn mark? What do you mean? Saturn mark. Saturn's looking decent for the atmosphere we have right now, of all the really thin clouds up there, and then all the fog we have here really low. Like, it don't look too bad. Blue Flame, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, Saturn's gorgeous. It's coming in really good. This is a live view of Saturn. So whenever you look through a telescope, this is what you expect to see of Saturn. Well, I should say a larger telescope. This is a large telescope that we are using. And this is what Saturn looks like through it when we look at it live. That's not too bad. We could stack it too. We can try to stack it here in just a bit, see if we can get a better view of it. Stacking's a cool process. Stacking takes a bunch of the frames and puts them together. Gets like the 50% basically of your best frames. You can change that percentage, but you can get the best frames and put them together. That way you get a little bit better view per se. That's beautiful. Pull back in the center a little bit again. This is 11 inch. I'm an 11 inch telescope. City Walk, what's up, man? How you doing? It's not a bad view of Saturn. It's going to come in and out of focus right now just because of the atmosphere. There's not much I can do, y'all. Not too much I can do with the atmosphere that we have. Yo, Gabriel, good morning. How are you? How is your morning? Got the all-sky camera running on another monitor over here so I can pay attention. Make sure we don't have clouds flying in and some rain. We're supposed to get rain here quickly, here in the Kansas City area. But I'm hopeful. I'm definitely hopeful. You're doing good. Awesome, man. Yeah, the clouds ain't too bad right now. It's not horrible. Like, it's cleared up a lot. So here's the camera above the observatory. It cleared up a lot, even though there's still some clouds out there, but there's a ton of lower fog. We got a lot of lower fog on us. There's a ton of fog around us right now. So the atmosphere really ain't good, but still we get to see Saturn. That's what matters. Be able to see 3i Atlas at any point when it gets closer with your scope. Yeah, definitely. At the end of October and the beginning of November, it'll start to come around the sun, so back into where we can observe it a little easier. And then it will head out towards Jupiter. It'll be basically in the sky around Jupiter, I think, somewhere around January, February area. So we'll definitely get to see it, though. We'll definitely get to check it out. I appreciate the sub, man. Thank you so much for subscribing. Australia is the best location for observing planets. That's awesome, man. Can do Jupiter? Not yet. Not up to where we can see it yet. Not up to where we can see it from the observatory. Yeah, planets. I got what you meant. What do you think it is? Personally, I think it's going to be an interstellar comet. It's something interstellar, but I would go with comet. We'll see, though. We'll definitely see. After it gets around the sun, it's a lot easier to study. You believe the first person to see Saturn was back in 1655? Imagine technology back then, yeah. You imagine having to draw everything on a plate? Rings Saturns are made by, yeah, mostly ice crystal, yeah. I'm time to be alive. Dude, 100%. So true. What's up, Odie? How are you doing? Ever gotten Pluto? We do. Yo, Jared, what's up, brother? How's it going? How'd they see with telescope? They use telescopes. Back when, oh man, back when he observed it though, he thought like, when we're looking at Saturn here, we see it much better, obviously. Wait, are you talking about me right now? No? But back when they observed it, he thought these were some kind of ears on the planet. Some kind of weird handles or something like that. It was really awkward to him. Serious, is it possible? It is. It's not too far from where we're located either. It's not too bad. How much does it cost for a decent telescope? Something for me and my grandkids? Dude, Joe, it depends on what you want to spend, but if you want to do something like super simple, easy, Probably like a tabletop Dobsonian, somewhere between like $100, $300. But look for a tabletop Dobsonian. They're really easy to control. If you got a little extra money, then probably look for something like the 4SC from Celestron. How much? Okay, I got that one for sure. Christian, I'm not sure if you're asking about my setup or were you talking about the 1600 conversation we were talking about? Can you see the surface of the moon when it's above the horizon? We can. Hey Kevin, what's up, man? How you doing? Yep, this is Saturn. We're looking at Saturn currently. Oh, dude. I can't tell you what kind of optics he actually used. I know it's a refractor telescope, but as far as like the rest of it, I honestly don't know. Not too sure exactly how he did it all. Yeah, Saturn's gonna lose its rings. Yep. Have I gotten Ceres? Yeah. Ceres is the closest dwarf planet that we have to us. It's over in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It's a relatively bright object. It's not too bad. What's this? Right now, Saturn. Hanging out on Saturn. Vega? Man, can we even see Vega? No, so Vega's way back now. That's way back behind trees. Saturn is an olive and toothpick. That's funny. Ray from Oregon. What's up, buddy? How you doing? She's just as compelled as I am. That's awesome. That's really awesome. If you're able to, do you want to go to the moon? I think it'd be amazing to be on the moon, but I don't want to be on a rocket. Can't stay for too long tonight, man. I got you, bud. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Betelgeuse not up yet. The constellation Orion's not up where we can see it yet. Telescope. This is a 11-inch telescope. I don't know if you can see it down there in the chat. I got the other camera pointing at it here, but 11-inch telescope right there. We turn some light out there so you guys can see. So I'm sitting inside a control room inside the observatory, and the telescope's roughly about 10 feet, but I'm inside like in a little enclosure that's basically protected from mosquitoes. If you guys ever hang out outside enough, I'm sure some of you enjoy. Too much light. Mosquitoes, but I don't. I just can't take mosquitoes anymore. See if I can get some of the brightness out. The light, too bright. Still too bright. Maybe 5% or so. There we go. How's clouds for you tonight? It's probably going to be bad, man. There's definitely clouds out here right now, but the fog's really thick, like lower fog. This is my observatory. 10 feet long or 10 foot from me, roughly 10 foot from me. The telescope we're using is about 11 inches. It's an 11-inch telescope, and the aperture, and then it's roughly about 3 feet long. It's kind of like a hybrid between a reflector and a refractor. Well, it's a Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope. I'll track in for a second, and then slew back. Yeah, I can definitely turn off tracking. Tracking off. I'll turn it on before it leaves, so that way we don't get too far out there. And turn back on tracking. Whoa! You know what? Now I'm flying. Oh, let me calm down the telescope. I gotta move them way too fast. There we go. Dang! Got a little crazy. Someone said, can you do Betelgeuse? Not yet. Betelgeuse is not up where we can see it. It's in the constellation Orion. Yep, hanging out Saturn. Beautiful Saturn. Get a personal beef with Saturn. Do what you got beef with Saturn for? Yep, Northern Hemisphere. United States. Diesel's the best thing for mosquitoes, right? No way. I guess I've never tried that. Never have tried it. Oh, I gotta do a little bit of focus now. Let's see if I can focus a little bit here. Pay attention to focus for 2 seconds. It probably won't work too well because the atmosphere is super, super unstable. Got a lot of turbulence. But I'm gonna try. See what we can do. Is any better for y'all? Looks a little better? Maybe? Yeah, shows us the rotation very well. It does. Betelgeuse, not Betelgeuse. It depends on where you're at. Betelgeuse is the common term in science. You can call it Betelgeuse, and Betelgeuse. Either way you want to do it. It's all good with me. Dad has a Dobsonian. And we've seen Saturn for the first time in the middle of the night in winter. It's freezing, but worth it. When I've seen the color of the rings, nothing like it. It's so majestic, right? Like getting to see Saturn through a telescope is so majestic. What you see in the eyepiece is so much different than what I can get to go through YouTube. It's a whole different feel. It's a whole different feel. First step, get a rocket ship, and the second step, get a shrink. The third step, shrink the moon. Fourth step, still the moon. Oh my goodness. Dude, we're coming up a whole wild game plan tonight for sure. So cloudy there, you can't see much tonight. It's been really cloudy here, so I've been doing a lot of stuff in the observatory, just cleaning up equipment, getting different equipment set up, and then doing some flats on the cameras, dark frames on the cameras. So I've been trying to do stuff tonight. The things you do when it's cloudy. Well, why did you go live? I thought it was cloudy because it cleared up enough. It is clear enough to be able to go live. At some point, we're going to have more clouds come through, though. It's going to happen. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. It is when everything calms down, but let's see if we can focus it all. If we can get a nice stable moment in the sky, it's really gorgeous. Why would you steal the moon? Guru. What do you think about the object? Atlas. That's entering our solar system. Already entered our solar system. It's already here. I think a comet, though. I think we're gonna come to the conclusion it's probably a comet. Saw Jupiter with a cannon power shot and a few of its moons, the 4 moons, Galilean moons. How much harder is capturing Saturn and its rings? Much harder. So Jupiter is not that far away, right? So we talk about like 400 million. We're just going to go on an average here. Roughly 400 million miles away to 500 million miles away. Where Saturn's a little bit smaller than Jupiter. Its moons aren't as bright. There's still bright moons around it. But Jupiter's roughly about 796 million miles away. Jupiter is huge. This is true. Jupiter is just massive. Right now, the equipment is going to be the C11 on the EQ6R Pro with a SV405cc and a SV Bonnie's 3 times Barlow. Yo, Fourth Sharp, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Chris, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? How's your night? Saw Uranus before when I woke up early. Huh. It's all right. Uranus and Neptune are definitely beautiful planets to look at, but they're so far away. Like take Neptune, right? 2.7 billion miles away. It's a little blue dot. I think getting to see the colors for sure and just saying, hey, there's the most distant planet in our solar system is super awesome though. But just look at it, it's just a little blue dot. Can make meat snacks though. Still under the weather. I get you. Got you sick. I thought I read meat sack. Meat got me sick. No way, man. Kids going to school, man. My little 7-year-old, he's the same way. Goes to school, comes back, gets me sick every time. Yeah, it blows your mind how fast big planets spin. Yeah, absolutely. Jupiter nears, yeah. That's true. I heard you live from one of my notifications because I was playing my VR headset. My head's starting to hurt. Got the Oculus or no? I always get kind of dizzy when I play the Oculus. Always got to like turn a fan on me. Right now, the telescope we're currently using is the C11. Oculus 2. Okay, I got you. I don't work for NASA. Nope. Let me see if we got 16 different telescopes here in the observatory. I got some in here with me. Let's see if I can bring myself. There we go. So you can see a few of them here. Back there. There's some on the ground back around me, but there's quite a bit of telescopes. One tonight though is going to be the C11. Beautiful C11. All right, sounds good, man. Hey, get some rest, bud. One of your favorite things. It's so beautiful, insane. This is true. Like the most beautiful things are some of the most insanely violent things in the atmosphere, in the cosmos. It's really wild, man. Like when we look at, let's say a Great Orion Nebula, for example, one of the most violent things that can happen in the universe, and yet one of the most beautiful things that we see. You got to see Titan cast a shadow. Oh yeah. Like, what was it, 4 days ago? Actually, I did it twice lately. We won't see that again until 2037. Is that right? Somewhere around there. We're not still in the moon. Gotcha. That's what they do. Kids are amazing. Dude, it's so true, man. So true. Go to school, pick up all them germs, bring them home just to share them. I guess that's one thing. You can't get mad because you're like, you need to learn to share. And then they're like, here, I'll share all the germs with you. Got an 8 or 10 inch glass for sale, or big mirrors. Not mirrors. I like It's really hard. Most of my type of equipment is going to be like SCTs or matte Cassegrains, which those normally you have to take not only the mirror, but also you need a corrector plate, like the glass on the front side. And it makes it a little bit harder to do. That's what most of my setups are. I got a few Newtonian type telescopes, which is a lot easier to do, where those would be your mirrors, but I don't have any that are like 8 or 10 inches though. Shows Mars and Venus. Neither one are up right now. Kind of hard to do. Neither one are up. Exactly. So they are like telescope mirrors are really expensive. They can be really expensive. If you know anybody that can grind a glass, that'd be a good person to know, I guess. But yeah, absolutely. Telescope mirrors can be really expensive. Kirk, what's up, man? I see you. I see you, Kirk. Mountain Dew's the drink for tonight. And someone's going to say, you guys need to learn how to drink water. But you know what? I'm drinking Mountain Dew tonight. I went all in. Sounds good, man. See you tomorrow, bud. OD, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. We're in complicated great time to be alive, eh? It is true. That is true. That's true. Whether you can show us Mars and Venus. No, neither one are up. Neither Mars nor Venus are up currently. The dew is cool. I agree. Sometimes you need the energy. Look for some good polished glass of large size, and wow, the price. Yeah. They get really expensive. Doing the dew again. Yeah. What time is it for me right now? 2:22 a.m. Roughly 2:22 a.m. Take something like a star. It's a big ball of gas. It's making nuclear fusion. We don't call it explosion, but fusion. 1,000 times per second. So much more than that too. It's incredible what the universe is capable of. Dude, it's so true. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Here in Mississippi. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm up in Kansas City. We're located in Kansas City area. Hi, May. How are you? I see you. How you doing, May? Let's see if we can do a little bit more focus real quick. Probably so pointless right now to try to focus with the atmosphere, because even if I get it focused, the atmosphere is going to say, nope, not today. It's just going to say, nope, not today. Yeah. Pacific Dayland there. Oh, okay. 12:22 a.m. Gotcha. Dialed in. It's probably is. Like, we're really close to focus. It's all the fog on the ground, and then in the sky is just really, really crazy. We're going to have rain pushing through here soon, which reminds me I need to check the radar again. Always pay attention to radar when you have an observatory open, right? Not the worst advice I've ever had. Okay, I got a radar up. We're good now. Okay, 9:22 a.m. there, and Venus and Jupiter are up there now. Nice. What's the model of your telescope? This is right now. This is the Celestron C11 that I'm using. Love watching videos of sunspots and solar activity. I do too, man. I do too. I do too. Right now it's again 2:24 a.m. where I'm located here in Kansas City. How many more million years are the rings going to last? Like 200 million or something? 100 to 200,000, somewhere in that range. Remember the announcement that NASA of the Cassini probe? It felt so sad. I do. I actually do. 12:23, and you're part of the you're part of the Earth. Nice. Gotcha. Let's see if I can see let's see here. Let's go look at Taurus on the bottom camera here. I just want to see. Hey, you can kind of make out Taurus. Notice, like, see how hard it is to see most of the stars right there in Taurus? Actually, kind of difficult to see them right now. Always waiting for Cassini too? Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. That would be really cool. It was thundering so loud earlier here in North Mississippi that it sounded like Megatron walking up. Dude, no way. Heck of a question now. What glasses are present? What gases? So gases, mostly hydrogen, and then behind that's helium, and then you get into methane, prosopane, and so on, so on, so on, until you get to water, which is about 0.002%. The Great Red Spot is shrinking. That's true, on Jupiter. Ever heard of Astro Lobo? He is a YouTuber. I don't think so. I don't think I know the name Astro Lobo. I'll have to check it out, though. I'll check him out for sure. I don't think I know the name, though. Gases. No, I got what you meant, though, John. Astro Kobe? Don't think so. I'm relatively new to the YouTube side of stuff. I'm not new to streaming, but I'm new to streaming on YouTube, though. I've only been here for about 3 weeks now, as far as streaming goes. What's inside of Saturn? Ooh, metallic hydrogen. As you're getting towards the core, you're getting metallic hydrogen, which is... Oh, Subaru is so beautiful, dude. Watching the Subaru camera out in Hawaii is amazing. But inside Saturn is going to be like... could you imagine taking hydrogen and making it almost a liquid? That's what's really crazy. Thing hit Jupiter. That's it. So, Comet Levi, Shoemaker Levi. I don't actually remember. I was really young at that point. Have you ever observed a solar transit? I have. All right, Gabriel, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out. There's a lot of fun space channels. Oh, wait, I need to go back up. You guys kind of got me way sidetracked. What's inside Saturn? So, obviously, a lot of gases. It's a gas planet. You'll just continue to sink in if you try to step a foot on it, right? You'll get down to basically like a metallic hydrogen area. And then there's going to be some kind of core, whether that's a rocky core, what kind of minerals that's made up of, it's still yet to be determined. We honestly don't know, and will we ever truly know? No. Remember Shoemaker, Levi? Yep. Shoemaker now is on the moon in the form of ashes. What's a solar transit? So solar transits are whenever we see Venus or Mercury transit in front of the sun. Next time we see one's like in 2040 something when it comes to Mercury. I can't remember on Venus, but it's quite a ways away. Less space channels, but also a lot of fake AI. Yeah, there's way too much fake stuff. It's really scary in a huge sense because I think it takes away people's trust in a massive way. You think aliens are real because of what they found on Mars? It's going to be very plausible. It will be very, very plausible. Really will be. A lot of people in agreement here. Can we move it over just a bit? There we go. Can you guys see it okay? Let's check out Andromeda. Tonight we're going to mostly stick with Saturn. The atmosphere is really, really unstable, and the current setup that we have is not really ready to go for like Andromeda, for example. There are some things about the universe we may never know. Yeah, absolutely. We could take really good educated guesses at them, but there's going to be the point that says we're 80% sure, we're 70% sure, we just don't know, and so on. Saturn, this is Saturn through a telescope. Yes, you can see Saturn to the naked eye. It looks like a bright star, obviously. Beautiful Saturn tonight. Can you guys see it okay? Is it bright enough or no? I want to make sure y'all can see it. Right now I'm using the C11. C11 is a Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope from Celestron. Way too much AI. Yeah. Way too much AI lately. I can tell you guys I don't use AI in anything that I do. That's a fun part of science, not knowing and finding out more. That's true. Thinking about buying my first telescope next year, dude, that would be awesome, man. That'd be really awesome. Telescopes are amazing. Even if you got binoculars, a lot of people have binoculars, and they are a super amazing way to get into astronomy on like a low budget, right? Especially noting that we all have probably access to binoculars or even have some laying around. So it's really awesome. Use binoculars quite a bit. Dude, that's awesome, man. Streamlabs, I subscribe to. Yeah, I use Streamlabs. I streamed through Streamlabs to get it pushed out. Better with very little light pushing, that is true. The Apollo lander only went to the dark side of the moon, but is it possible to see any signs? So the Apollo landers are on the near side of the moon. We only landed on the near side of the moon near the equator. Around $1,000 to $1,500 budget. Probably look for like a used 8SE. Like what do you want to do though? Do you want to do planetary and lunar type views? Is it something you want to get into astrophotography? Because astrophotography, that's a small budget. But if you want to do like planetary type views, lunar type view, then probably the 8SE. Is Jupiter core solid? We think so. We think it is solid, but we just don't know exactly if that's true or not. But we think it is. It makes a lot of sense that it'd be solid. This is Saturn. Yeah, this is a live view of Saturn from here at Kansas City. Possible to see what we did there. Not with our telescopes here, but if you look up photos from like India, Japan, Russia, China, they all took photographs of the lander on the moon. I think India actually has one of the best photographs of the landers. They can really make them out very well, and the shadowing from it, it's really cool. One of India's even shows, you can see like the footsteps that take off, or it looks like more like a dragon away, kind of like where they walked. So those are really cool. But now we also have the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. It goes around the moon, takes high definition photos, uses laser to try to determine level. We can't do sea level per se, but we'll use that term, sea level of the moon. There's a difference, yeah. There's a lot of difference between. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is figure out what you want to do, because if you want an 8SE for planetary and stuff, that's amazing, but for deep space, not good. It works, but it's just not good. Is Saturn just a ball of gas, or is it land? It's gas. It's mostly gas, mostly hydrogen and helium. It's going to be the two main gases that we find on Saturn. So it's a gas planet. It does have a surface, but not a terrestrial surface. So it has a gas surface. There's an atmosphere. Then you hit the gassy surface, and then you go in towards its core. But if you try to walk on it, you're just going to start going through. It wouldn't last long, but you'll just continue to go through to its core. What's your thoughts about going back to the moon through NASA's Artemis program? I think it's amazing. I think it's really awesome. I hope that helps a lot of people even understand the importance of space missions themselves. Why didn't they show this since it's school? Normally school's in the daytime. Hard to do planetary views in the day. Of course, that would be the one answer, obviously. But two, some schools do, especially when you get into the university level, right? You get more into it. I don't know. I think astronomy should be a little bit more taught in science in school. I don't know. I do locally here, though. What I'm doing right now is a hobby side. What in the show? Yeah, we got that one already. We know more about the moon than we do our ocean currently. That's true. We know a lot about the moon. We know a ton about the moon. That's someone from the UK. Oh, dude, you got too many clouds, brother. Yeah, that makes it even worse. You're in the UK. That's a second problem that you guys have over there. And dude, thanks so much for subbing. Also, don't want AI to take over all the jobs like chefs, science, and engineering. I don't think it will, personally. I think there's a lot where it's going to be beneficial and helpful for many things, but like the odds of it taking over is going to be super slim. That's my opinion on it. At least not in my time. Has greenhouse gas pollution ever affected the ability to see those things? I mean, yeah, you can definitely take that. Like when you talk about like thicker pollutants, for example, and the way that they change the atmosphere to more of a non-com view, then yeah. What's a planet available in Pakistan's night sky? Pakistan would see all the planets throughout the night. Among many of other problems. Well, we won't get into that here. Have you managed to see any other planets on here? Yeah, we streamed. I think the only planet I have not streamed online was Mercury. It's just because of the short window that you get with it, but I've done the rest of them from Venus to Saturn to Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Mars. Yeah, right. Where are its rings? You see its rings right now. It's edge on right now. The razor thin. You see the rings right now. roughly in 7 years, and they'll be more flat, or kind of how it orbits around the sun through its orbital path, and we see the rings spread out quite a bit more. So it's really beautiful. But right now we're seeing a little bit more of the southern hemisphere of Saturn rather than the northern, which we typically see. Saturn was called its names. For how many satellites are within its rings? 71, I believe. Yeah, there's a lot inside the rings. There's a lot of moonlets. Ton of moonlets inside the rings. Altogether, though, there's 274 moons around Saturn. What planets can Las Vegas see? Nevada's to the right of California. Visually or with telescopes. You can see them all with telescopes. Even in really bright environments, telescopes still work. So it's possible to see Pluto from Earth at all? Yeah, through the telescope again. It's a little tiny dot, though. Saturn's moons visible tonight. It's please describe where they are in the frame. So they can be. If we, I don't know if we can get it bright enough though. With the environment, I can barely see one right here. Let's see if I can move it over just a bit though. I know Titan's kind of off, like right there. I don't know if you can see Titan or not. With the amount of crap in the atmosphere right now, really hard to get them come through. Can you see Titan? Barely coming in. Barely coming in. There's another one like right to the right of Saturn. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm not seeing any on the opposite side currently. You bring down the brightness. Gives a little bit though. There we go. Oh, I just took out the brightness completely. Do you think that Europa is hiding in a subsurface ocean? Yes, absolutely. What do you think is harboring? Do you think it's harboring life? So I think 50-50 on it. It's hard to say for sure. Thanks, Jerson. Appreciate that, buddy. Flashes, yeah. Yeah, the atmosphere is really, really unstable tonight. We got a lot of clouds coming through, a ton of rain coming through as well. There's a lot of turbulence in the sky. Yo, Justin, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Here's the off right above the observatory here, if you guys want to see kind of what it looks like right now. What you really can't make out, though, is all the fog that we have right above us. But if you look at the tree, like on the bottom right, and even kind of the top left, you can see kind of how the fog's making everything just kind of nasty looking. Astronomy was a big part of my early adult life. Dude, Ronnie, I hope you get back into it, man. I tell flat earthers they're wrong. I really don't. I just ask them questions. I think there's a better way of handling certain things, like asking questions, more than just telling someone they're wrong. I think conversation is an important part of what all of us humans should have. You think there's aquatic life? It's possible. It's possible. I'm glad it's not the trees. That is true. That is true. There, church. Is Clipper going to Europe? It is. Or it was. Have you ever seen the Crab Nebula or the Pillar Creations? Yes and yes. Both. Let's see if I can even... I can probably show you some off of my website here. Let me see if I can get the pull up or not. Gonna work or no? Didn't seem to come in. How can I get it to come through properly? Probably, my website, just like that. Okay, that might work. There we go. So here's my website. Got some of them. Like, this is the Pillar Creations that we captured here at the observatory. Which time zone is this right now? Central. I'm Central Time. Communication is key. I do agree. I really think so. Isn't it crazy that this goes in space? We really are just a tiny, tiny part of the universe. We really are. We truly are. Or the universe would end with the crunch. There's different hypotheses as to how the universe went. The big crunch, the big freeze, and so on. Saturn looks beautiful. Can you see the moons of Jupiter? We can. The four Galilean moons. Yeah, absolutely. Pillar Creation is some of the best photographs ever. Dude, I think so too. It's stunning. Like, it truly is a beautiful, beautiful one. There's Trifid, the sun. Here's Andromeda. kind of what Andromeda looks like, a little bit more zoomed in, so you can see the dust lanes, of course. And this is where its massive core is. Some really small galaxies out there, really distant, faint galaxies. Yeah, different stuff for sure. One of my favorite, of course, here's Saturn when we stack it. One of my favorite would definitely have to be the Ring Nebula, though. Always a big fan of the Ring Nebula. Love the Ring Nebula. This is a Ring Nebula. It's a planetary nebula. And then right in the center right here, that's the white dwarf star left behind, basically its core. Really, really beautiful. All right. What's up, Cosmos? How you doing? Love nebulas, dude. They are amazing. I agree. They really are. Do you think there's any chance for extraterrestrial life out there? I think so. I think it's very probable. Got one of the star projects and always have the pillars on my ceiling, dude. That's amazing, sure. Love it, dude. You want to sleep in Jupiter's acid storm? Ooh, wait, what? Come on, Raven. That sounds wild. Of course, you're Skywalker. Only Chuck Norris can walk on the sun, Jupiter, and stuff like that. And they're gas surfaces. Somehow he can still do it. Chuck Norris can do it all. I don't know if I'm going to sleep very well. Too much Mountain Dew already. Oh man. Yeah, you'll definitely sleep. Oh yeah, you'll definitely sleep for a long time. Yeah, it won't be good. We got clouds rolling in, y'all. We got clouds. Let me do this. Let me put it on the bottom. So this is the all-sky camera right above the observatory here. And so this will update roughly every 10 seconds. And watch these clouds they're trying to push in. Always found really cool were the pulsars. Yeah, pulsars are really cool. It's been so incredibly fast that they would just appear more like ovals than spheres. Yeah, we can observe them. It's what's crazy. There's so much mass. Like grabbing a teaspoon and getting mass that you couldn't even understand. What I find interesting is how no matter what you can't see past the sun at any given time. Our moon doesn't spin. Our moon does spin. It actually does rotate. It rotates 1 time it orbits around Earth because it's tightly locked to us, but it's called synchronization rotation. Everything in the universe, as far as we know, everything in the universe rotates. Everything. But yeah, you're right. We can't see past the sun unless we use something like a solar probe, for example. I think I got all the comments about too. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I'm getting all your guys' comments. If you spin a neutron star, it's way clipping through like a car or something. It's even more, dude. It's like it's insane. The amount of mass in such a small area is insane. She's been able to see through this through your telescope. How much has it cost to do all this? To cover the insurance that covers the observatory and the equipment, it's roughly about $25,000. Pretty much, as I've been streaming this, any times I've ever made like gifts or whatever on the platforms, I've always thrown it back into what we do. Rebel plus Captain Morgan's, and it's really insane. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. That sounds a little wild. Sounds like I can get way up there. Hey, by the way, if you're new here and haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do. We're new to YouTube on the YouTube side anyway, as far as streaming goes, and we're trying to grow over here. That's probably going to be the main platform that we'll be hanging out on moving forward. Super excited to be here. Love the community so far. You guys are absolutely awesome. Make sure also you turn on the notifications. I do go live often. Last night I did not go live, but this week looks like I'm going to go live probably six nights. Some of those lives can last 6-7 hours. Some lives might be short just because of how the weather treats us. All right, Alex, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I do appreciate you. Your name's No More Stream. No, you got to stream. What are you doing? Really sad about the Ingenuity helicopter on Mars that crashed. Yeah, it was like a couple years ago or something. Yep. Yeah, Ingenuity was really awesome. It was truly an awesome piece of equipment. You have a touch of feedback in your mic right now. I do. Still or no? Hey, MK, what's up, man? I appreciate you, buddy. They're still? Let me check. I can't hear anything on my side, though, but let me test this. Let me mute it and unmute it, maybe. Okay, is it any better?
Feedback.
No feedback. Okay.
Good telescope.
No way. What kind of telescope you got? Classic NASA fashion, it lasted way longer than expected it to. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. This is Saturn, yep. We're hanging on Saturn tonight. Gonna see Jupiter's in Saturn and the moons of Jupiter. Ah, love it. Gonna see the Galilean moons is really impressive. I think it's one of the coolest things that you can actually do and just remember, for sure. Love the moons around Jupiter. Jupiter has 95 moons. Saturn has 274 moons. We can see about 5 around Saturn because of its distance, where Jupiter we see the 4 Galilean moons. We see 4 over there and then 5 roughly around Saturn. What up, Ranger Bob? How's it going, man? You've been to a few of them? Dude, that's kind of wild. That'd be kind of a wild trip, right? See if we can do a little better focus here. If he'll let us. Gonna try. Ooh, I think I went past. Go back a little bit. Does it look okay? Can you guys see the striation or no? Remote viewing. What do you mean by remote viewing? Become part of our nightly adventure, y'all. Make sure you do that, by the way. What do you mean by remote viewing, though? Looks fine to you? Okay, good. Gotcha. Hi, sounds good, John. Have an amazing night, dude. There's a few, can I suggest a fun short video from Titan Cast in the Shadow? If not, it's fine. So I did not capture it. I was not able to capture it because we had too many clouds. Too many clouds. Thanks. Good shout. I appreciate that, bud. You can look it up on CIA website. What are you talking about? Must have missed something there. It is cool to see the rings. That is true. You went to the Sun Observatory telescope in New Mexico? They were amazing. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Hydrogen alpha, right? Got to look through all the hydrogen alpha. Oh, remote viewing. Yeah, but remote viewing of what, though? Like, there's remote viewing of telescope. Like, I'm not too sure what your context is. Honestly, don't. No clue what the actual context is. Just saw more spacecraft go by. Go and pick up PT. Oh my goodness. Down on the bottom, that's the all-sky camera right here above the observatory. So that's the all-sky camera. I was kind of watching the clouds, letting you guys see the clouds. They kind of start to roll in a little bit around us. Has a video on his channel and he ruined that as well. Oh, nice. Super awesome. Really cool. How thick are the rings? They're really thin. Roughly like 50, 60, 70 miles thick. They're really, really thin. Really thin. These clouds are going to be coming in really fast on us. Stop it. Let's see if I can, let's take this out so we can see the camera right next to the telescope here. If I can swing around a little bit more. Here's the weights. These are counterweights on the bottom of the telescope. I tried to spin us around so I can see it better. Nah, not 20 years. Rings will still be there in 20 years. What time Pacific time are you live? So I go live. I'm in Central Time, by the way. It depends on the night. Tomorrow night, I'll probably be live. I would say somewhere around probably like 8 or 9 p.m. Pacific time. Always clouds, man. Always the clouds. Oh. I think I just took out my camera. I did. It just unplugged on me. Or something just fell off. I don't know. I can't actually control it. The camera's running, though. Something fell down. Oh well. How many years do you think, bud? Somewhere around 100, 200 million. 100, 200 million. Why aren't there any stars? It's exposure. Got to turn up the brightness. What the counterweights do, it helps balance out the telescope. It's roughly about 22 pounds of counterweight, and the telescope and all the equipment up there is roughly pushing about 50. Roughly. Let me see what the what fell off the actual camera right there. Let me look at it real quick. Let's do it. I just ran it. That's kind of what it was. My bad. Ran the telescope, or ran the camera into the wall. No, not in 20 years. Definitely not. You got a Nikon P1000? That's an old camera, bro. That's a really old camera. Exposure, exactly what I was looking for in the word in English. Yep, exposure. Lowered exposure. It's not what I watch. But a lot of fake videos. What do you mean? There's a lot of fake videos out there, man. It's tough. Like, fake videos are definitely tough. Okay, looks like camera's back to moving around like it should. See if we can go back over here real quick. At least we can see stars right there. Hopefully I got it. It's exposure. So you got to turn up exposure to get dimmer objects or not so bright of objects. Saturn's relatively bright. Yeah, and the moon landing footage, because it's daytime. It wasn't really even that. It wasn't about exposure. It's more daytime when they landed. Is it real and round? God this age. God this age. I don't know what God this age means. Are you talking about Earth? Yeah. And what we're viewing? Yeah. Let me pull it over here. Big ball of hot ice. Saturn's really cold in its atmosphere. Then it gets hot towards its core, somewhere around like somewhere between 7 to 10,000 roughly. You're from K218b. That's funny. It's a K218b. Originally we thought was a water world. Now it's with some of the better researches at this point, it's more likely like a Neptune, like a very large Neptune. Yeah, I'm not sure what Victor is actually trying to ask though. See what the soil looks like. Does it possible to zoom that far? There's no soil on Saturn. Saturn's a gas planet. There's no actual soil on Saturn. Not a terrestrial planet like what you're used to here, of course. Can't see what. Okay, I got that one though. Oh, Chris. Got him. Gotcha. Weird. That dude's weird. Hopefully I get everything up there. Okay. Gonna kick back and chill for a second. Try to see if I can get the camera moved around properly again. I don't know why you're telling she like glue, man. Ingenuity was and is awesome. I'll send 10 more ASAP. In my opinion, would you prefer a sample return mission? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sample return mission is super important right now compared to putting 10 more Ingenuities on Mars. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be much more important. What keeps Saturn from igniting? Because there's nothing that's going to ignite it. There's no there's not a ton of oxygen at all, and you need a lot of oxygen to be able to do so. Nothing to really help it ignite. Oh yeah, the sample return mission is really important for sure. Super important right now, especially with some of the rocks that were discovered last year. I think it's really important. Hi, Jer. Have an amazing night, man. Thanks for hanging out, brother. Appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad I was able to jump on and see you guys tonight, because honestly, I thought it was just going to be all clouds all night long. I thought it was just going to be all bad. There's a lot of thin clouds currently. Has maybe in the future humans will develop such a camera scope that we can see clean movement in these planets? Oh no. Angular resolution is the term that you'd look for, but you gotta send stuff there. You know what I mean? You actually gotta send stuff there to be able to observe better. Travel 99% of the speed of light. You'll get there in minutes, probably seconds, but once you come back, everyone you know on Earth will be gone. No. Here, like the fun thing is like light itself. So light speed the protons of light don't experience time. Immediately when they're produced and to the point where they're received, they don't know what time is. It's that instant, right? That's a little bit different. But if we can move 99% of the speed of light, it'd be really hard on us. That'd be pretty crazy. Make their own cameras to see the planets. Definitely, I think telescopes are amazing. Everybody should probably own a telescope. I would definitely agree with that. And a huge blue ball dropped from the sky. I have no idea that it could have been. Didn't have a telescope. So, a meteor. Get to see a meteor. Not rely on agencies to show space. I mean, right here, I'm not an agency. I don't work for an agency, so. Here's seen from my backyard right now. Do you know what type of gas Saturn is made of? Mostly hydrogen, then behind that helium. Those are the two main gases that make up Saturn. Then there's a ton more though. Methane, phosphane, and so on. How far is Kepler 22b? Ooh, is it like 160 light years? Somewhere like that. I have to look it up though. Everyone should own a telescope. Dude, I agree. Honestly, I think so. At least binoculars. Unless we take the whole Earth with us. We got to take it with us. And sometimes I do. Sometimes. A huge meteor? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be coming up on the Orionids, and so the Orionids get pretty wild. Get some really nice tells on the Orionids. Your friend is from Kepler 22b. Yo, what's up, Reds? How you doing, buddy? Good morning. Where's the location of light feed? Which country? USA. I'm near Kansas City in the USA. If you were on Pluto today and observe Earth's surface with a powerful enough telescope, it's no, not at all. Not at all. Pluto is what, 4 hours out, roughly? Let me look real quick. We get the light distance to Pluto. I think it's like around 4 hours, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, 5.5 hours. So you'd be seeing 5.5 hours back behind in the past. Oh, you're way up in northern Canada. No way, man. That's really cool. You get all the northern brownies. Watching from Germany. Nice, dude. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Where's Maru and Jenny? I don't know. I'd assume Jenny's probably sleeping. Maru's probably just waking up. How are you showing us this footage of Saturn through a telescope? Yeah, from a telescope, which is right here on the bottom. That's a telescope that we're using right here. And then through that, there's a camera down here. You kind of go down a little bit. But there's a camera down here on the bottom, and then it goes into the computer, and then it shoots out from the computer to Streamlabs, YouTube. Where am I from? Missouri. Kansas City in Missouri, USA. Also, that out of million of life exists since our knowledge science has already confirmed that billions of planets out there. So we've only confirmed just over 6,000 now, by the way. We have now confirmed just over 6,000 exoplanets. Your neighbor? Haha, cool. David's in Belgium. Very cool, man. Had a bigger gravity, I think, than Saturn. Not presume, angle-wise. Not too sure exactly what you're asking. Are you talking about like in the tilt of the rings right now? Has the edge of the observable universe I was thinking of. Still crazy. Oh yeah. The edge of the universe way out there. Even if you're even at like Andromeda, that's 2.5 million years ago. When we look at the galaxy Andromeda, it's roughly 2.5 million years ago. They were able to make a usable fashion generator, or at least we know where and how to get fuel for it. There we go. Have you seen 3i Atlas? Not through my equipment yet. Not through my equipment. Kansas City. Stoiki in Kansas City, Osa. A lot of the stars have planets. We're not really sure exactly how many, like when it comes to a percentage, but you can probably say roughly about 50-50 chance, though. But a lot of stars do. A lot of stars have planets. Not all stars have planets, so easy way to say it is all suns are stars, but not all stars are suns. Oh yeah, we know a lot about space, but we don't know a lot about space. Like for example, when we talk about dark energy is something that we can't explain what it is. We know it's there, we see the energy, but it seems to be changing too. It doesn't appear to be constant, so it's really wild. Gotta translate some of these. What are you doing here on the slides? What do you ask? Did you hear about the big fast moving object moving towards Earth? There's nothing moving towards Earth. We don't have anything that's on like a collision path that we know of. Yeah, dark energy is really crazy. Where's Saturn's moon? Some of them are nearby. We got clouds coming in right now, though. It's going to be really hard to see even moons right now. You can see how it's fading in and out. We're probably getting to the point that this is probably going to be all wild. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. You guys can see the all skies. It kind of flashes through real quick here. There we go. There we go. Hey, Blue, what's up? Roman. My name's Roman. It's approaching it. What's it and what is it? There's nothing approaching us. Let me translate this one real quick. So many. This is pretty wild because, like, of course, on TikTok we don't have people that come in and speak in different languages. So really cool. The on the YouTube side we get to go through a lot of different things. So they seen a UFO in the sky. It was like a tube, huge, and nah. Darn clouds, yep. Darn clouds coming through. They're trying anyways. Let me bring that back over here. We can watch it. The Mile High. What's up, Lewis? How you doing? How's Denver, man? How's Denver going? I use Stellarium for searching some planets. I do not Stellarium. I use, here in the observatory in the control room, I use Cartus du Sil. I do use Stellarium on my phone, though. What if dark energy and matter is higher existence influential? Higher existence, then that'd exactly be what it is then. Dude, it's snowing north of there already? Dude, don't say that, man. The options left that you can upgrade your equipment and zoom further. For this, the last result. No, we can continue on. It just depends on the night. Like we can throw, like right now I have a 3x Barlow in, but I'm using a really wide field camera. So what I can do is throw in a different camera with this 3x Barlow. It'll be crazy, and then stack a 2x Barlow, and then we'll be up to 6x Barlow. We can go in. It just depends on the atmosphere, though. If you got good scene conditions, you can do that. Even with the clouds, Saturn is still beautiful. That's true. You're waiting for sunrise and for the flowers. I got you. I got you. You grew up in Denver. You miss it. Denver's all right. I prefer like Justice Park area, though, personally. Hydrowater needs to drown my tears. Saturn's amazing. Saturn's beautiful. It's majestic. It'll do that to you for sure. It'll do that. Hey, Charmin, how's it going? Estes is your favorite? Yeah, I really like Estes Park. Really beautiful out there. Really, really beautiful. Snow, what's up, man? We need more dark skies in America. That is true. That's one thing I'll even give like Estes Park is their initiative on dark skies. That is very true. I think everywhere, not just in America either. I think everywhere needs to have more dark skies. Let's see if I can pull this over a little better for us. There we go. But I agree, for sure. I do agree. I definitely agree. Look at how beautiful these clouds are. Look at the clouds on like the top side here. That's gonna be looking towards like the look at the details of the structures to it. Springdale, Utah. From there's nothing called day or night. These names created by humans. That is correct. I mean, we consider day when the sun's out and night when the sun's not out. I mean, every term that you're using right now is created by humans, so every single term. But what's really crazy is that cell phone that you're using is literally a rock. It was built from a rock. It's all similar to like your. They try to convince us of playing with a UFO. Oh my goodness! I want to say. On the science side, I want to say, hey, aliens exist. But truth be told, we just haven't got there yet. So it's too much. Way too much. I would love to be able to say aliens exist. They're in Arizona. Yeah. Imagine what it would be like to live on one Saturn's moons. I can do it. What's the thing that you found weird about our solar system? The weirdest things I find about our solar systems. Isabel, have an amazing night. Thanks for hanging out. Have a super amazing night. The weirdest things that I find about our solar system. Wow. Man, Oort cloud. I think the Oort cloud. There's a lot of strangeness about the Oort cloud. With our solar system latest in our third ever confirmed interstellar visitor, 3 Ialis, is almost certainly a comet. Yeah, absolutely. It appears to be a comet. It's light. It's lighter. Like when you look at the light curves, it's really, 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 really weird. But it's interstellar. So where did it come from? What star system did it come from? What did it go through to get here? It's really interesting. It truly is interesting. Can't believe we haven't surfed on Jupiter. Oh my goodness, Lewis. The deal field image from James Webb says it all. Yeah, has thousands of galaxies, hundreds of thousands in that view. It's crazy. Official light that tells them it's UFO. What? Okay. Oh man. Ah, crap. That's too funny. That's really funny. Hey, Charmin, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate it. I'm back. Welcome back, buddy. Imagine all the things we know not of about in our galaxies. That is true. I say, Heshy, I'm glad you found it. This is Saturn. Right now we're hanging out with Saturn. Hanging out with Saturn currently. How can you not? I mean, that's true, man. Yeah, that's true. There's about 5 things moving, and they were like, there's another one. Oh, no. I think that's the problem. Like, they just... I don't know. It seems like some people really care about making money off of viewers. Like, for me, it's a lot different. I prefer to give you guys I think wasting knowledge sucks. So giving out my knowledge, obviously, and being factual with it, I think that's super important. I'm not going to try to make something seem fake, obviously. This month has been a treat with Venus and now Jupiter. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Not too long ago, was it like 5-6 days ago, we had the moon, Venus, and Jupiter next to each other. Really beautiful in the morning. Henry, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Sorry for so many questions, but can you explain if our solar system is moving so fast with all the planets, and how does our satellite keep up with the speed with them? They orbit around us and they're captured by our gravity. Most satellites are in what are called free fall. They basically always want to drop, but they go past the curvature, and then they have to come back, and then they go past, and they come back. And then we got some what are called geostationary satellites. It's a little bit different how those work, though. So thinking about the song playing, surfing on Jupiter. Love it, dude. That's funny. Feel like not knowing some things is good. I mean, that may be true. That may be true. There's things that not what we know, what we don't know. I agree, dude. It's really cool that you share your point of view. I appreciate that, dude. Honestly appreciate that, bro. So they tried to convince everyone it was a UFO when it was 2 blinking lights like a plane. Well, if I'm not going to support that, now you're telling I tell everyone I know it's amazing. I appreciate it. We'll grow really fast on here, by the way. You guys are here with me in the beginning. On the TikTok side was super massive. We would go through like over 500,000 to 1 million viewers per night. It was insane. There was a lot of things that obviously happened over there, but coming to the YouTube side, I'm really excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. I went to Twitch after they contacted me and wanted me to stream exclusively on their platform. They gave me the nice little check mark and paid me to actually stream on there. I just didn't find any. Like, it didn't feel like a community to me, but here on YouTube, it definitely feels more like a community. Anything about the new red star coming in from the northeast? I've heard about 2040 Phoenix event comes every 138 years. Do you hear about this? Phoenix event's something a little different, right? I don't know if you're trying to speak of like the Blaze Star, maybe? Joe and Jellen doesn't ask you for money. Yeah, absolutely. You know, all the money I've ever got goes right back into what I do, though. The 11-inch that we're using now is one of the last purchases I picked up. That was obviously an expensive one, but between the money that I received in gifts and donations to my own personal money, like I just put it back into what I do. I think it's more important. You know, if satellites are affected by time dilation, they are. They actually got to be, the time has to be modified on them. Oh, thanks, Blue. I appreciate it. Our solar system, big vehicle. Where are the passengers? And anything we drop into the space stay inside the vehicle. For the most part. I mean, as long as it's around gravity, right? Like, if you throw something out there and it gets away from our gravity, will the sun's gravity affect it? Probably. But take the interstellar object, 3i, for example. It's going to have a little bit of effect on 3i as it comes through. We can talk a little bit about 3i, I guess, but it's going to have a little bit of effect. It's going to have a little bit of pull to it, but it's going to slingshot it too. It's going to just get thrown way out there. 3i itself, obviously being interstellar. What's really crazy about it, though, is its path is really close to our elliptical plane, which is really, really crazy. That gets really insane. Like, that's a 1 in 500 odd. It's super crazy how it's really close to the elliptical plane. What made me stop streaming on TikTok? Dude, I think TikTok has become a horrible place, and even I called them out and got in a little bit of trouble for the way that they decided to take pretty much 60% of the gifts that you receive. Alter time because of those factors, yep. It does. Most satellites obviously are designed now to be able to update their time automatically. Interstellar object, that's what we were just talking about. 3i is pretty wild, though. You seen one reptile in over there? Oh my goodness. Yeah, go away, clouds. They're really thick right there. Saturn's going to be like in the top right of our view. We can no longer see because there's like a street light like up in this direction. It's looking towards like a street light, so it's not pointing in that area, but Saturn's going to be like way up in here. Can't even get on the site. Keeps lagging. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I got you. When it started taking away a lot of people's money that they intended to do stuff with, like that was upsetting for me. Truly was. Truly is upsetting. Today, 3i is going to go behind the sun. We're going to observe us and we can observe it. No joke. It's going to go behind the sun. I mean, it won't observe us, but it's definitely going to go into behind the sun. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can show you something here. See if we can get it here. Not NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. Let's see if I can get to pull it properly. Yeah. We don't care about ads. Top of my screen. Here we go. So here's Earth. And here's Atlas, way over here. Of course, Earth. So if we step this forward, right about the 28th, roughly. You can see it'll start to be on the outside, but I think this is roughly when it'll be in its position, the closest to the sun. And then eventually we get to the end of October, and then you can see here, like from Earth, right when the sun the sun rises and sets and whatnot, we'll start to view it. It depends, like, as we go on. Obviously, get in December 1st. You can see its position to us at that point. We rotate counterclockwise, by the way. You can see its position. But what's really exciting would be K1's interesting, but A6 Lemon. That's the one I'm excited for. A6 Lemon. So this is going to be probably one of the best comets we'll see this year, is A6 Lemon. Yeah. Here's what's crazy about 3i Atlas is look at, so here's the elliptical plane where you see the planets orbit the elliptical plane. It's not like a perfect orbit, but they're very close. But then look at 3i as it comes through right near the elliptical plane. And of course it gets shot way out there. It'll be on its way out. Pretty well. Anyways, where's the moon? It's just past the new moon, so you have to see it right when the sun sets. Tree lights are my neighbors leaving the lights on at night. Dude, yeah, 100%. Will you stream in winter? I will, absolutely. This is a, so the control room is a heated and air-conditioned environment, so it works pretty well. How and when is it due to be visible? The beginning of November. End of October into the beginning of November. It'll start to become visible for us. Ritter, another comet coming to us in our solar system. Might be 11, but no, so not coming. So there's a lot of like we only have one sorry, 3i is the only one. So these things move fast. When we talk about interstellar objects, they move super fast. Their velocities are really, really rapid. So you normally don't detect them until like the last moments, right? This is one of the first times we actually detected one before it went behind the sun. Out of the three, I should say the three that's been detected. Oumuamua being the first one. But there is seven comets, so these are all from our solar system. That's pretty crazy. Let me kind of back up to. Let's go to September. Here you go. Gives you a view of where they are and how crazy this is. Like all these are comets here. Yeah, A6 Lemon, R2 Swan. R2 Swan right now is very bright. K1, 3i over there. Then you kind of move ahead a little bit. You start to see different things coming through as well. But they're really cool though. We got the third ever, not bad. This is the third one that we've actually captured that are interstellar. I think we'll find a lot more interstellar objects in the next 10. Yeah, for sure. I think we will too. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here. I think we got most of it up there. A6 Lemon is so funny. How did they name that? Lemon is this discoveries, right? So we talk about Atlas, we talk about Lemon. Atlas is a it's a group of satellites. Lemon is a group of satellites. When we talk about, like, take Shoemaker for example. Levi, Shoemaker and Levi. So Shoemaker is from Canada. He's a amateur astronomer, and he detected a lot of comets, and there are a lot of them named after Shoemaker. Possible for the sun to capture a interstellar object. It is possible. It's possible. There's a lot of things that happen though, like when a comet even gets near the sun, because we got like magnetic fields, right? They come through here. They're going towards the sun, where then you get the solar winds go out. So it gets really wild. Like a really weird situation can happen, and sometimes you can see the sun even start to react a little bit different because of just comets alone coming through. It gets really wild. Something that we build a spacecraft and that we can travel speed of light. We never will. The odds that we'll ever travel speed of light would be mind-blowing, like really mind-blowing. Say what star is the furthest away when there are so many. We can't say what the furthest star is away. We can say what the most verified distant star is. We can say that. Dude, 4th star. Appreciate it, man. Honestly, thank you. Is a chicken roll like an egg roll? Or is it literally a chicken rolled on the ground? That's wild. What are the specs of the telescope? 11-inch. It's an 11-inch Metcalf screen. C11 from Celestron. We're past that time stops. Yeah. If you travel the speed of light, time probably stops completely. As far as we know, the photons do not experience time. Immediately when they are created, even though, like, take light from Andromeda, for example, takes us 2.5 million years to be able to see it, but the light itself did not experience time. Saturnians, I did not. We got the same one in Orions too. Oh, dude, that's awesome. No way, that's really cool. C11's nice. Like, I don't recommend people buying the C11. C11 is really, really a hefty telescope. I don't recommend buying it. But it is a beautiful telescope. It really is. Like the star closer. The furthest identified objects are going to be galaxies. Yeah, a bunch of different galaxies out there. Have you ever seen their portal? No. Snow sounds good, buddy. Get some rest, man. Thanks for coming in. Wish I had your telescope right now. I got a kind of clear skies. Very clear compared to yours. That's funny. See if Saturn will try to pop back out here. Come on, Saturn. See if we can even see stars in the other camera. I can see a few. Orion's trying to push up, by the way. It's trying. We'll reconnect to it. Connect, cancel, Wi-Fi. There we go. Keep dropping Wi-Fi on it, on the mount for the camera. I see Orion's trying to push out over here. See a bug right there. I can hardly see anything over there though. Orion should be like right there. It's just hard to see anything. No, Orion does not fit. Like, this is the C11. Let me pull it back up real quick. This is the C11 with Andromeda. Some of the photos that we took out of our observatory here, Andromeda. Yeah, like this. Even with the focal reducer. That's it. There's not much to it. That's pretty much it. That's all I can pick up. It's crazy. Andromeda definitely would be very cool. Very, very full of cool stuff. For sure. It would be. Yeah, that's what Andromeda looks like in this telescope. This is way too much focal length for it. But I think stuff like this is what's amazing. You get to see these really small edge-on type galaxies so dang far away. Those are really cool. And of course the pillars come in really beautiful with this telescope. Once it loads. Gonna load? Maybe. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the pillars come in really well on it too. Don't want to leave, but I got to get up at 6. Oh, get some rest. Definitely get some rest. See many things. See, I love that. Do you have any stacked images? Please show me if you can. Right here. I'm showing you some right here. Obviously, these are all, for the most part, from the... Let me hit the tag real quick. From the C11. Most of these are all C11 type stuff. The real pole course and the Omega Nebula, the sun in it. Sunspots through it. Yeah, the Ring Nebula, I think, is stunning. One of my favorite views for sure is the Ring Nebula. I think the Ring Nebula is one of my favorite. This is the Planetary Nebula that comes from a star that loses its basically loses the balance of gravity and atmospheric pressure and just puffs outwards. You get all the atmosphere to puff out, so you get a lot of hydrogen and helium to get blown out, a little bit of other lighter metals, until you get down to basically like iron. Iron is what happens when this happens. When you start to fuse iron, that core just gets way too heavy. It just causes a lot of issues. And so you get what is called a nova, rather than like a supernova. It's just nova. Do not know how it's possible. not to see a UFO. I mean, I've never seen one, dude. And this runs nonstop on my website. Like, you can even see what's above me. You can always watch my website. And I'm live all the time. What I see is what you guys see. Like, this is honestly what I see is what you see. I give you access to crazy stuff here. An all-sky camera running between the all-sky camera. Then we have this camera here that can also see stars and stuff very well, obviously. What if they're invisible? Then we wouldn't see them. We clearly wouldn't see them. But, I mean, all the things I have, that's what you're seeing. There's nothing I hide. Nothing for me to hide. You can track them if you want. Well, how do you track them then? If you can't see them, how do you even track them? Like, what would you what would you go for? I don't even know where. Like, this is getting past the point of like I'm not even sure what you would do to track them. Oh, I see Orion. You guys see Orion right there? Trying to come in. See it better when I was kind of higher. Kind of see Orion out there. I see the belt of Orion. Yeah, they're invisible. How would you track? That's a great question. How would I track them? Like, I honestly give the tools, the abilities that I could are all right here. With the tool, I mean, I give you tools. Like, there's a lot of tools here. We got a telescope. We have a mirrorless camera running on the bottom. Then on my website, I got like an all-sky camera taking long exposure photos. This is taking right now roughly, let's see what exposures are. 17-second exposures on this. So this leaves the lens open for 17 seconds and captures a ton of light. Technology computer, maybe? I don't know. I mean, obviously not what I have. Anyways. Beyond all that, we got Saturn. If you enjoy Saturn, I've just never seen anything wild, man. This thing actually detects stuff too. You can actually see all the detections. It's not like I eliminate them or anything either. So you can see like these are detecting stars, flares off stars through the dome. That's acrylic. Probably a satellite. Kind of looks like a satellite. No, it looks like a meteor. Probably a shooting star. This is what I was talking about. Like on the dome, since it's acrylic, you get sometimes like bright stars, they get flares on it. The dome. This would be an airplane. The way you can tell that is you see the flashing lights in it. That would be a satellite. That would be clouds, 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 that'd be clouds, that'd be clouds. How's an airplane? That is, I can't tell. It looked like a satellite though. There's an airplane and a satellite right here. Airplane, airplane, satellite. Yeah, clouds everywhere. Some of the coolest things is like every night also I store, so there's basically a video. So this was last night. I'll kind of run it and see how last night went. If I can enhance it enough so you guys can see it all. There you go. Clouds are everywhere all the time. Always. At some point it started raining last night. I actually didn't even work in the observatory last night. I took the night off and just relaxed and enjoyed it, to be honest. See the airplane go through right there. Pretty cool. Wait, is this last night? That's the 22nd. Oh no, it's 2 nights ago. So last night's not on here. So we did stream this night, but you can see the Milky Way coming through. Let's see if I can get the Milky Way to come through a little better. That's kind of hard, I guess, but the Milky Way runs roughly about there. It's always fun to watch like satellites and airplanes fly through in the night view. Sometimes you'll see meteors in this view too. See the clouds pushing through a little bit. See bugs flying on top of the dome. Crazy bugs. If I brighten it up even anymore. Yeah. It's kind of fun. I don't know where last night's is. Didn't upload last night's for some reason. 18, 20, 22nd, 17, 15, 14. Yeah, some nights it just don't upload. I'll have to check out why it's not uploading properly. This is a lot of fog this night. There's a lot of fog that settled in. And then you can see the clouds above going through. Bug landing on it. Wonder how that grasshopper's doing, right? Wonder what night that was on. Do we have that video? I don't even remember what night that was. Thinking about 5 days ago. This is the 17th here. Yeah, we're looking at Saturn live. Beautiful Saturn up there. I have not seen 3i Atlas. We're probably just over a month away from seeing 3i. My name. See the skies. There you go. Oh, look at that. So that's like all fog came in at that point. Super wild. There's some nights are just crazy. And of course the clouds roll through. Let me check this night. This is the 15th. Yeah, it's just been really, really clear, crazy cloudy. I've tried the Sea Star telescope. I have not. I have not tried the Sea Stars. I got the Dwarf 2, but I have not tried the Sea Star. It wouldn't be bad though. She's a real beauty, that is true. Very beautiful. Saturn is gorgeous. Yeah. Take a look at the live view again. Yeah, it's kind of clearing up a little bit. It's trying. All right, let's take a look through the camera. See Orion coming up. Trying. Here's a telescope that we're using if anybody wants to see the telescope. No, it's still got to pass the sun. Yep, at the end of next month though, like the end of October and November, sorry, we'll start to see it. How far away is Saturn? Roughly about 795 to 796 million miles away tonight. Light time for Saturn, it's about 70 minutes. About an hour and 20 minutes or so. In Montana right now, the skies is really clearing up. Oh man, it's going to here tomorrow. It's going to really clear up for us tomorrow. I just got to watch for these the rain in here. That's supposed to be moving in this morning. We take a look again at the radar. So far, we're good though. A lot of rain on the southeast side of Kansas City. We should be good. Seen or heard any previous objects that exhibit an antitail, like recent reports on 3i? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes solar winds can actually blow or like basically separate the tail of comets. So there's possibilities like, is its velocity coming in and the sun still being in solar maximum? Is that like a big problem for it? But I haven't seen any recent images of it. I personally haven't seen any recent images of 3i. I can keep the steady lock on the telescope. My mount. My mount's a go-to mount. Let's see if I can point a little further down. You see the wide object down here in the chat? That's a EQ6R Pro mount. And that's why it tracks basically the object that we're looking at. How far is Europa? Pretty far, dude. Right, it's out there. Europa's pretty far. 400 some. Is there any other planets or objects within our viewing radius? So Neptune's pretty close to where Saturn's at, but with the clouds that we have, it's really hard to see Neptune because it's so small and so dim. Besides that, Rigel is a really bright star that wouldn't be too hard to get. Capella, of course. Stars would probably be the best things right now. Besides Saturn, would be stars. Jupiter's not where we can see it currently. Not up to the view. We put in perspective again. So Jupiter, let me put it on the bottom here. Jupiter would be coming up in the trees down in, where's my mouse? Right there. Jupiter would be coming up in the trees way down here. And then you can see Orion though. Orion's starting to pop out right here. This would be Orion's belt, Rigel. And the Great Orion Nebula would be like over here, but you can see the clouds everywhere. So it's not a great night for observing for sure. But once Jupiter pops out, obviously you can see it, but it's behind the trees way back in here. Way back in there. Starts getting cold again. Wanted to retry the getting Orion again. I got you. Last photo was only 400 stack. Dang. How long was your exposures? Just looking for general knowledge. I'm not sure if antitail is a common thing. It's not a common thing. It's not a real common thing. We do see antitails sometimes from like solar winds, like where the tail appears to separate from the comet. So that's kind of a that's a seen phenomenon that does occur. You can sometimes see Jupiter with my little telescope. Get to check out the moons as well around Jupiter. I think the moons are what make Jupiter so gorgeous. Like, I love Jupiter. I love getting to see the great red spot on Jupiter, the banding on Jupiter, which we can do here live. But there's something about the moons that are just always amazing. Can you see the Southern Cross? I cannot, not from here in the Northern Hemisphere. Southern Cross is in the Southern Hemisphere. It's one of their targets. Southern Hemisphere and Northern Hemisphere have quite a bit of different skies. We see quite a bit different stuff. 1.5 seconds each. Oh, okay. At 300 millimeter. At f2.8. Wow, f2.8 is nice. Be really bright. It may see Jupiter's moons, yeah. Yeah, like it's astonishing. Every single time, like I see Jupiter's moons, like they're always lined up differently. I've seen them in patterns where they're pretty much straight across. I've seen them in patterns where they made up basically a rectangle. It's just crazy to see. It's home to you? Oh, okay. I got you. You're down south, Amanda? See the water separating the waters, the firmament? So you see the atmosphere, the moisture in the atmosphere? Or do you just think that you're reading something that you probably don't even understand? Be my guess. Exposures were at 1.5 seconds each, dude. That's really nice, huh? Okay, you're in Australia. Yeah. Yeah, you guys get quite a bit of different targets than what we get up here. Obviously, we can see Orion together, right? Because it's near. Orion itself is right there. Basically like the equator. We talk about the equator in the sky, right? Like right above the equator. So Orion's in that region. So we can see that together, but there's a lot of targets that I can see that you don't see. For example, the Andromeda Galaxy would be one of those. Any of those other northern things like M51, for example, the Whirlpool Galaxy. Yeah, we can't see the Southern Cross up here, though. I see the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, if that counts. Mars is not. Mars is already set for us. Mars set right after the sun. What is the first planet you can look at in the telescope you have? We can see all the way out in our solar system, so we can see even dwarf planets like Pluto, for example. Exoplanets are a different story. We now have confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets, but seeing exoplanets is not something that you technically do. We see evidence of exoplanets. Yep, Saturn currently. Hanging out with Saturn right now. Hanging out with Saturn this morning. See if I can focus a little bit too. Didn't pay attention to our focus. We're hanging out with Saturn, but we got a little bit of thin clouds pushing through. Your favorite planet is Pluto. That's cool, man. It's now classified as a dwarf planet, of course, but Pluto's pretty cool. Pluto's really cool. Pluto's a beautiful, beautiful celestial body. The cool thing about Pluto, obviously, is the heart, and we think now we got a good understanding that the heart that we see is probably from a massive collision. Could see the aurora australis recently. That was cool. That is amazing. Yeah. Of course, another thing we can't see up here. I wonder if Saturn's now pushing behind trees too. Possibly. We could be getting into the trees with Saturn. So let's see here. What do we got over here? It'd be hard to get Jupiter, but let's see if we can get close to it though, huh? Let's go to the other side of the sky real quick. Jupiter's gonna be behind trees as well. So yeah, by the way, say goodnight to Saturn. We'll swing the telescope around here. Yep, Pluto has 5 moons. Pluto's gorgeous. Pluto really is a gorgeous celestial object. Arcturus Betelgeuse, are they visible at the equator or southward? Betelgeuse is basically on the equator line. Arcturus, I'd have to remember exactly where Arcturus is. I think it's more northern, but if like you're in Australia, I think you can still see Arcturus though. That was Saturn. Now we're going to the other side of the sky here real quick. Maybe we can swing up a little bit more. We're going to head off in this direction. See a solar eclipse on like Saturn, or is it super rare to see it? You wouldn't see the solar eclipse on Saturn. Alright, let's see if we can find anything out here. Let's get some light. I don't see much of anything just yet. Let's go towards Orion a little better. See if we can see anything down towards Orion. The setup I have right now is a little bit tougher than what I usually do. But, oh, I just seen the star I tried to go to. Still pretty cool though. You can navigate both sides of the equator maybe. Oh, nice, dude. That's super awesome. What can we see? Nothing yet. We're gonna zigzag around here real quick. See if we can make out anything. I just seen a star. Keep moving around a little bit more. Let me try it one more time. Here, 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 here. Just seeing a star going. I want to drop the exposure a little bit on the telescope, see if we can make out anything here. Maybe a little bit more exposure. Not seeing much yet. Let me zoom all the way out on the camera. That might help us be able to see stuff. Roughly about 42 north. Okay. This gives us the most view that we'll be able to get. Let me auto it, actually. Okay, that's what I want to see. Now we can see the trapezium. So that's a trapezium over here, over Orion. I'm going to speed the camera back up so we can kind of move it over. Move it over there and this way. So right now we're looking out towards the Great Orion Nebula. Let me grab a little bit of light here real quick. Kind of make out some of it. I can't really see the dust yet. Let me get some more exposure in. You start to make out some of the dust around the Great Orion. That's going to be Orionus A, B, C, and D that we're looking at currently. You guys see it okay? Mars is not above the horizon. It's already set. It is currently set. All right, so that's what I want to check for first. So let me align us real quick here. Orion Nebula sync. Yes. Over here. Jupiter. Let's see if we can get Jupiter. It's going to be behind trees here, but we're going to try. Sometimes it'll kind of come through. Let's see what we can see on that side too. It's going to look like right in these trees. Not seeing anything in our view. So maybe behind too many branches right now. I'll zigzag around just a bit here. See if we can see a bright dot come through. I'm not. Oh, I just seen Jupiter. Just seen it. Scottish Roll from the UK. What's up, man? How you doing? Looking at the Orion Nebula. Dude, that's awesome. I just seen Jupiter there. No, I missed it somehow. Let's try to, let's go to a star real quick so I can do some more syncing here. Get our alignment points on. See if I can get a bright star up here. Not seeing it yet. We're doing a little, oh, there's that bright star I wanted right there. Gonna let it come back through again. Whoa, it went fast. That went a bit fast. I'm gonna try to pull it in slowly. See if I can. There we go. Then we'll sync it here. That'll help us get a little closer to Jupiter. There's a really bright star. Click it real quick and then we'll set it. There we go. Then let's see how close we can get to Jupiter. Still not hitting it. What a pain. We'll zigzag around here too. So, oh, I just seen it. I just stopped, I think, right next to it, so we'll zigzag there again. You guys see it when it came through. It's still behind trees, so it's not that bright at all. I mean, a tough one. Try it one more time here. Yeah, I just seen it right there. And then we'll come back through again. Yeah, Jupiter just being tough. It is being stubborn. Try it one more time. Let me see if I can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was right there. I just seen it. Let's move fast. Hold over. All right, right there's Jupiter. I know you guys can barely see it. It's behind tree branches, but it's there. It's roughly there. Grab an exposure real quick. Maybe we'll see it. See behind the tree branches. There it is. Way back there. That's a lot of work just to get Jupiter, y'all. I gotta set us to it though, so we don't lose it again. Here, sync it. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can pull up something here too. Let's see if we can go over here real quick. Speed up the camera again. There we go. Hold over to our view. That's going to be Beetle, guys. Beetle yeast, Beetlejuice. However you want to say it. The star that shall go supernova at some point. It'd be awesome if it does in our lifetime for sure. But there is Betelgeuse. Come straight to us. Nice. That's funny. The secret spaceship that U.S. has, X-39s, I think the name is. I do know a little bit about X-39. Have you ever observed Mercury passing across the sun? I have before. One of the first destinations explored. Dude, that's crazy awesome. New Zealand would be beautiful. That would be really cool. New Zealand in here, watching from New Zealand. What up, man? How you doing? Try seeing if you can see it through. Yeah, it's not yet. It's not up to where we can see it. End of October into November, we'll be able to capture it here from the observatory. We copy everything from us anyways. That's funny. A supernova would be awesome to see from Betelgeuse. I would agree. It would be really cool. Let's just hope we don't have too much mass. It turns into a black hole, right? What'd be the odds? It goes supernova in our lifetime, but like it has too much mass. I gotta slow down the telescope a little bit here. It has too much mass and just like we don't see it because it turns into a black hole instead. What would be the odds? So as you can see, like right here on the bottom left, you can see Betelgeuse right on this edge of the trees there. Betelgeuse is a pretty cool star, though. It's really a beautiful star. How amazing that is. The light's being diffracted as it goes through the atmosphere. Betelgeuse! Nice. Really cool star. Looking at all the clouds coming in, it's really going to get cloudy here in a minute, y'all. Like it's getting ready to get cloudy. See the clouds coming in on the left side there. The left side is going to be the north side of the view. The bottom left side is going to be towards the north. You can see right here is going to be the North Star. If I can click it real quick. Right here is going to be our North Star. And of course, we're looking way over here at Betelgeuse. I'm like right here on the edge. Whoa. Pull it in a little better. There we go. What is this? Right now we're looking at Betelgeuse. A beautiful star called Betelgeuse. But we also see clouds coming in. One of my car trains. Yeah. Is it possible to see the rings around Saturn? We just looked at Saturn. Yeah, absolutely. We see the rings. I can only see it unless there's a tornado. Oh, man. Chappies, one please. Meh. Right now we're going to hang out with Betelgeuse. I gotta see if these clouds are going to be like so thick it's going to take out our view. It's kind of what I'm trying to pay attention to. We got to watch for rain, obviously. Rain is the one thing that takes us completely out. I don't see any on the radar. There's some southeast of Kansas City here, but nothing on the north side. I've used the ring. Yeah, Saturn. Well, this ain't Saturn now. Now we're looking at the star Betelgeuse. Does Betelgeuse have planets orbiting it, or is it a lonely star? So far, I think we have not observed confirmed any planets around Betelgeuse. We have not observed any or confirmed any. Arcturus is his brother. That is true. It's sitting near enough to directly east. Yep. Arcturus is a really beautiful star too. I like Arcturus. Really beautiful. Capella is a really beautiful star that we could go to as well. Capella's gorgeous. Rigel's even a beautiful star. Definitely a lot of beautiful stars up there, but strike a line between the two. You have a compass. There you go. I get everything up there. Are the clouds blocking the other? I got you, man. No, it's just right now we're looking at a star. Saturn is no longer in our view for tonight. It has jumped ship on us. Here in a minute, we'll probably try to swing back to Jupiter. There's lines on the top, bottom, and the sides, so that's diffraction through the telescope optics. And then you see the really, really small lines. Those are going to be diffraction spikes that from the atmosphere. See if I can give you a little bit more light and you can see it even better. Yeah, so the lines that come through like top, bottom, right, left, those are diffraction spikes on the optics, and the other ones right next to the star are going to be diffraction spikes from the atmosphere itself. Does it have a name, this Betelgeuse? Later, man. Have a good night, goat. It'd be cool to see a ghost supernova in our lifetime. I would agree. Absolutely, it would be. It would be stunning. It'd be more than stunning, I should say. It'd be worth seeing. Pull it up a little better. You guys want to zoom in on it a little bit? See if we can put an area of interest in here. Zoomy to it. There we go. See it a little better anyways. Is that better? Can see it kind of better? Pretty wild, ain't it? 100 million, or 100,000 light years across. How long is Andromeda galaxy? It's a little bit bigger. Andromeda is a little bit bigger than the Milky Way. Always seems like a pulse by the naked eye. So I'm obviously the pulse would be our atmosphere. Is Betelgeuse? I think the question is Betelgeuse a double star? And it is. Betelgeuse is a double star. Hey yo, dude! Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Honestly, thank you. How's that when it blows up? Not blows up. It's when it implodes. It actually collapses in on itself, and then everything goes outward. We talk about things ionizing, atomizing, and all these other wild things that occur. So more implodes than explodes. New York City, what's up, man? How's it going? I'm over in Kansas City. What if it went supernova while live on stream? It'd be so bright that it would hurt all of our eyes because it's gonna make it just insane. It'll look like I turned on a lot of flashlights in front of the telescope. Right now we're looking at a star. Currently hanging out the star. What's the first galaxy we know of other than Andromeda? Andromeda's not that far. It's only 2.5 million light years away. There's galaxies near Andromeda that we see. They're closer to like 5, 6, 7 million light years away. But then we get way out there, look at stuff that's 200, 300 million light years away. No Fanta tonight. No Mountain Dew. Going with the Mountain Dew tonight. Well, focusing. It is in focus right now. We're actually focusing on the star. If you want to take down brightness, obviously, you can take down brightness and get rid of the amount of atmospheric that we're seeing and pretty much get here. But we have a massive amount of moisture in the atmosphere tonight, or turbulence. So you just get to see the diffraction spikes, basically. That's pretty cool. Depends on how you want to view it. Some people like looking at stars with just the point of light that they are. Some people like seeing the diffraction spikes. Some people like to even take them out of focus and look at like the wavelength, and I think it's kind of fun. We're looking at a star right now. It could go supernova any minute or thousands of years from now. Yep. Why does it appear as if Saturn is emitting a lot of light? Pictures from NASA look completely different. This ain't Saturn right here. This is a star. Saturn itself is beautiful, obviously, but we're looking at a star currently. Already, I can see the rings. Yeah, we're looking at a star, guys. We're literally looking at a star currently, not a planet. ST218. I'd have to look and see exactly where that's located, to be honest. It'd be kind of fun to get a comet in the sky right now. There's some that aren't too far from where we're currently looking. Kind of faint, so I don't know that we'd be able to pick them up very well through the clouds, though. It'd be really hard to do that in the clouds. Maybe one time. Enjoy checking in the past few nights. I can see the rings a little bit. Yeah, they've been looking good. Like Saturn has looked really good the past few nights. Right now, though, it's just past the trees. So currently, we're looking at a star. This is going to be Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse, whichever you want to pronounce it. Get a better lens for your reflector. I'll have a 20. So honestly, look. My suggestion would be look at SV Vani, and then look at their 7 to 21 millimeter zoomable. I would highly recommend that. Like the zoomable lens from SV Vani is a beautiful, beautiful lens. Let me see if I can type that in for you too. There you go. That'd be my recommendation for sure. The clouds are starting to come in over here where we're pointing telescope. Yeah, dude, no problem at all. I'd highly recommend it. I think it's beautiful. I got a lot of different types of zoomables. Some that are even really expensive. Like a $450 zoomable that's really close to it. And I could tell you that SV Bonnie's, I think, is probably better quality per se. Honestly, think it's better quality. Let me move the star back over a little more. There we go. Take a look through the other camera here real quick. Hey, you can see some of the clouds starting to push in up here a little bit. Big guy's really close to the center there, the red dot. How big is that star? Solar mass? Ooh, I can't remember how many solar masses it has. Let me see if I can see it real quick. See if I can get the solar masses of Betelgeuse. I think it was around 20, but I just can't remember. Ah, not seeing it right there. It's not my planetarium. Between 10 to 20. I was thinking 20, but yeah, between 10 to 20. Rough estimates have like 16.5 to 19 solar masses. Stevenson 218. Stevenson 218 is pretty cool. It's a cool one. No, this is a star. We're hanging out with a star currently. I don't even think we can see Scudum right now. I think it's already behind trees. Pretty sure it is, though. Yeah, it's behind trees already. Can't see it currently. It's coming though? No. 3i ain't. 3i is on. It will. End of October into November. It'll start to become visible for us. No, that's a star. The star Betelgeuse, or Betelgeuse, however you want to pronounce it. Everybody has a different way of pronouncing it. Betelgeuse is kind of the more common one. Betelgeuse is just the movie. Let's see if we can see Jupiter again. See if it's still behind tree branches, like really thick ones, or if we can kind of make it out or not. We'll find out. All right, here we go. Jupiter, we go. See if we can get here. Betelgeuse has horse, yeah. By far, man. Silly movie, making us call something different. I gotta zoom out on the camera real quick. The area of interest just too much. Okay, let's zigzag around again. Last time I thought it was, let's see, We're gonna do zigzagging. See if we can make it out. Come on, Jupiter. That beetle guy's really, really bright. Actually, we should see it though. I think it's behind a lot of tree branches. I'm not seeing it currently. Not like we did just a bit ago. I think it's behind tree branches. We can probably go to the Orion Nebula again. See if we can hit it. The clouds could just be kind of pain. No, there's the Orion. So it's going to be the Trapsium in Orion. Orion is A, B, C, and D, a stellar nursery location. We can pull it over a little better. Let me take an exposure here, though. Let's take a photo. And you can see all the gases from the Great Orion Nebula here. Take like a 4-second photo. Should be enough. Ryan sounds. It is. It's really beautiful. Check that out. Look at how much detail's in there. So right now we're doing 4-second exposures on it. Ain't that gorgeous? Hey Trish, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Crazy beautiful. It's very random pulsing. Yeah. Did I agree? Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful.
So the
This is the one of the two stellar nurseries inside the Great Orion. Right here, also, you're seeing a lot of prototype solar systems, baby solar systems that still haven't even developed their planets yet and collected all the dust and created their comets and asteroids and everything else. Much like pollution around me, not too much, not here. The Bortle 2.7. Really beautiful area. It'd be really stunning if I took out the 3 times Barlow too, but with the clouds coming, I don't know. The clouds are going to make it really, really, really tough to do anything. Here's what the all-sky camera looks above currently too. You can see the telescopes. We're currently looking into the Orion location, pointing towards the Great Orion, which is actually going to be a little closer in this direction, so it's off just a bit, but. And you got the belt right here. You got Rigel over here. Got Alpha Orion or Betelgeuse. Of course, Bellatrix. All those beautiful things. Uranus is getting covered up by the clouds. These clouds are going to be moving in towards us really, really fast here. Super fast. Lagoon Nebula is already set. Where's this? In Kansas City, Missouri area. The time offset, we see nursery. How old is that? About 1,600 light years away. Roughly 1,600 light years away from us. Yeah, beautiful though. It is already 4:08 here. My goodness. Look at the sun. Nighttime. Oh, we're going to start losing some of the nebulosity because of the clouds pushing through. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, dude, it's nice. Being able to zoom with an eyepiece is so nice because you can get wide field to locate and then zoom in to actually view what you want to view. Super, super nice. Highly recommend it. But I highly recommend it. All right, let's do this. Let's go back over to. You know what? Let's try the Rigel. Let's look at the star Rigel if we can land on it here. See if we can go to Rigel. There we go. Move it over a little better. Go the right way. And we'll try to zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in, probably about there should be good. There we go. And here's Rigel. Let me speed up the camera a little bit more. There we go. And that's another double star. If we get it proper here, you can start to make out the 2 stars. One kind of like on the top left side. Just a really beautiful star, though. Yeah, 1,600 years ago. My music turn off already. No, we need our music. It did turn off already, didn't it? I should make you guys listen to the ambient sound here at the observatory. Listen to all the crickets. You guys want to listen to crickets or music? It's a double star. Rigel's a double star. Distance to Rigel? Oof. 862 light years away. You guys want the music or do you want the ambient noise here at the observatory? No one's making up their mind. Music it is, I guess. Throw the music back on. Yeah. Yep. The light that left that star. Yeah, 862, 863 years ago in the past. Everything you look at, those in the past, every single thing. So, like, even when you go into a room, turn on the light, the first thing you see, it took light time to travel from the light bulb to reflect off of that object and then come to your eyes. So, everything that you look at is in the past. Do. Not the universe. The universe is amazing. Yep, 8 minutes from the sun. Yeah. Roughly 1.3 to the moon. 1.3 seconds. Should add seconds on. See if I can pull this up a little higher for us. There we go. Can you guys see that double star there? See the second star on it? What's the loneliest planet that we know of? No planet that's actually lonely. Planets don't have feelings, so they wouldn't technically be considered lonely in that sense, you know what I mean? No, this is a star right now. Not looking at Saturn anymore. Currently looking at a star. Probably should update the title, huh? No, I don't even know if that actually does. If that even helps. We were looking at Saturn, but currently now looking at a star. Yeah, 318.5 to do. No, it's Rigel. It's just Rigel. Simple enough to say Rigel. Beautiful Rigel. Or Beta Orion. Is that a whole planet? I mean, planets don't have feelings. I need glasses to see if you can't see far, but you don't need glasses to start far away. That's true. Light obviously is a lot easier to see, right, than when we're looking at stuff like writing. Distance space light speed isn't that fast. Yeah, not at all. I think that's pretty weird too, because we talk about light and light speed. I mean, it's not actually about speed, but distance. It's all about distance measurement. So it's weird that we use the term light speed instead of light distance. What other planets are we planning on showing tonight? We'll try to look at Jupiter, still behind trees. Depends on the clouds, though. Depends on the clouds, and if any rain tries to push into the area, then we'll be in a world of trouble. Jupiter's trying to... Let's see if I can pull it back up again. I can kind of see it pushing in the trees here, but you can see how far behind the trees it actually is from the observatory. And this camera sets higher than what the telescope sees, so you can see Jupiter still has quite a ways before it actually comes up and out. Hein, what's up? How are you doing? Yeah, ton of dang clouds. Oh, we can even try to go back to Jupiter real quick and just see if we can spot it. Spot it in between the tree branches. See if I can click it on the planetarium here. There we go. Here we go. On our way again. Get the camera pulled up here. We'll zoom out on the camera because it's a lot easier to spot stuff when we got that wider field of view. New Horizon spacecraft flew past Pluto. It was really good. Nice. How much smaller is Pluto than we decided from the moon? So like, it's smaller than our moon. Or wait, sorry, smaller than the moon Titan. It's almost the size of our moon. I should put that in. It's almost the size of our moon. All right, let's see if we can find Jupiter here real quick. I'll turn up enough brightness. We got to zigzag around again. Oh, Jupiter. I just seen it too. Which direction would that be? North or south? I'm gonna miss it. No, I will. Let's do it again. Zigzag. I think we can hit while zigzagging again. We go back to Jupiter and then zigzag. Be easier. Right there, and then right there goes way down, way up. If I went the right way, then we know where we get it, but I'm sure I'm not going to go the right way. Go fast real quick here on the telescope. I hope you guys see it. Didn't see it there. Oh, we're just going to have to land on it, apparently. You don't gotta be a pain. Slew. And zigzag, and I'll try to stop right when we hit it. Oh, so close, but yes, so far. The elusive one. The elusive Jupiter. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, stop. Nope, that didn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. Try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep going, I guess. I don't freaking know. Let me do this, actually. That'll be the better way. Having this Barlow and the 3x Barlow makes everything super hard to do. Super, super hard to do. Let me try it one more time here. Right there. Way down there. Came back up. Way down there. Comes back up. And I missed it. Zigzag a little bit more. And I'm not seeing it. Oh, what a stubborn planet right now. Oh, hey, there we go. There we go. Let's see if I go the right way, though. Oh, I hit the wrong button earlier. Jupiter! Now it's simmered down a little bit. Remember, it's behind trees, so I'm not going to get like a great view of it, of course. But we can try to zoom in again into that area. See if we can see it pretty well. Man, that was a tough task. Start to see the bands that make her dance. Pretty cool. It's behind tree branches. We're not going to get a great view right now, though. Hey, what's up, babe? What are you doing? Catbird, what did you do? You made the bot angry. I look at the comments real quick. There's so many comments that came through.
Careful.
Jupiter wasn't shy.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, Blue. Welcome back. I'm deep in southern hemisphere. Sky's totally different. Yeah, it would be for sure. I'm up in the northern hemisphere, about 42 degrees, roughly, latitude, or 40, be easier to say. Let me sync Jupiter real quick so I don't lose it again. Because I do not want to lose Jupiter anymore. I was kind of stubborn. Sync, yes. There we go. That might be a little easier now. Just to bounce around the Jupiter and back. Pulled over. Good morning. Hey, what's going on, bud? Big guys, small bands, yeah. Need more than one. Sorry. The bot is just aggressive sometimes. It gets really aggressive. How to get outside now, looking east. Nice, yes, do it, for sure. Talked about Rigel enough that I walked outside to peek. I got you, dude. That's awesome. I'm fully blind to the sky. Oh, clouds and fog. It's pretty much how it's getting here. Clouds and fog, man. And these clouds coming in now are really thick, so we're going to lose our view here quickly. Right now, Jupiter. This is Jupiter, but it's behind tree branches for us. We can see Jupiter just behind a bunch of trees. We ain't going to get the best view, obviously, when it's behind tree branches, but every now and then you'll be able to make out some of the stuff like it's bands. Sometimes you can see some of the moons. It's relatively hard right now, though. The giant Jupiter. You're about 42 degrees south. Oh, okay. I got you. That's way down there. See if we can go over here real quick. Let's see if the telescope's now tracking a little better. If it's synchronized, we can actually go to properly. Almost. That's really close. See if we can move the right way. Yeah. We're back to Betelgeuse here. Betelgeuse, however you guys want to call it. That's stable here. Actually move it over a little bit. Let's stabilize a little bit here. Hang out the star Betelgeuse, whichever you want to call it. The craziness of our atmosphere right here. If you ever wonder what your seeing conditions are, right here tells you a lot. There's a lot going on. Hello from a sunny South Africa. What's up, Carlene? How you doing? Welcome in. How's your night? We ain't got much longer, yo. This is getting cloudy fast. Look at that. So the telescope right now is pointing towards Betelgeuse. Alpha Orion, of course. Orion's Belt, Rigel, the Great Orion Nebula would be right about here. Bellatrix. Yeah. Those clouds are on the way. They're on their way fast. They're super thick. We're not going to have much longer. Silly clouds. Every time. Never fails. Never does fail. Let's see what we can see here real quick. We'll move us over towards like almost where Jupiter is going to come out, but yeah. Storm coming soon. Definitely going to. I was hoping to stay away, but yeah, it's going to be pretty soon though. There's a lot of rain around Kansas City, so some of the things we got to watch for sure. We probably got another 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'll start shutting down the observatory. It's kind of a fun task, I guess. It's supposed to be stormy there today as well. Oh, no way. Let me pull the star over a little better. There we go. I'll let you guys kind of see how things shut down, I guess. It's hard to see with the camera that I have out here because it has such a small window. Small field of view, basically. But here in a minute, when we shut down, you guys kind of see what happens. Here'd be kind of a view. It's a roll-off roof observatory in the bayou. I got you. So basically, when we shut down the telescope, it's going to lay on its side and then go out there, and there's a electric winch that basically pulls the roof, which is over my head right now. Will basically slide over the telescope and all the other equipment in there. 2 days into constant rain, dude. Oh man. Be great to see how I shut down the observatory. I need to put the other lens on it so it's a little bit easier to see too. This is a very fast lens. It's on my mirrorless camera down on the bottom. It's a really fast lens, so we pick up stars a lot better with it, of course. On a really clear night, like you get to see all the shooting stars with this one. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. But we're pretty much there though. These clouds are going to come in and take over. Nope, we are no longer looking at Saturn. Currently looking at a star. Yeah, it's Orion's belt right there in the view, right about in the center. It's Orion's belt. Beautiful Orion. We can try Orion Nebula. There's a lot of clouds though, so it's gonna be hard to see it. And we're really zoomed in. But we can try it. We'll definitely. Let me zoom back out on the camera again. Go to the maximum zoom here. We'll start to see the Uranus A, B, C, and D over here. See if we can align a little better too. Yeah, the clouds are actually bad. Ooh, I just moved too much. What am I doing? I'm getting carried away. It's gonna be really hard to see much here, but we'll try. We'll see if we can see any nebulosity from it. Get some more brightness. That's Uranus A, B, C, and D right here. Let's see if we can zoom out real quick. I don't need the histogram. You just zoom out. Let's take a quick photo. Like a 4-second photo, probably do. Yep, drop zoom. Yeah, ain't no way we're gonna see any of the gas, I don't think. It gets the. I'm gonna just crank up the gain. We'll go way up for a minute. Yeah, you can start to see some of it. Starting to see a little bit. But the clouds are gonna win. Clouds are definitely gonna win. Yeah, it's super awesome. That's a really beautiful target. Like, if we didn't have the 3x Barlow in, it'd be worth looking. How's it going, Numb? Trying to watch the stars in Montana. Ah, dude. Gotcha. What up, buddy? Hey, welcome in. Right now, this is the Great Orion. We're looking into the trapezium area of Orion, the Great Orion Nebula. This is a stellar nursery region. And currently we see like A, B, C, and D. Orion is A, B, C, and D in this view right here. Captured it with the 1 second yesterday. Nice, man. Yeah, it's super awesome. That's super, super awesome. We, obviously the clouds are kicking our butt. You can see it right now. It's not horrible in the bottom view, the live view there. But the clouds are not good at all. Powerful enough to see the Horse's Head Nebula. Yeah, this one will do it easily. That's a large telescope that we're using. Also, the Comet Limit. I'm excited for that one. I am really excited for the Comet Limit. Really excited this year for Comet Limit.
Do you need
powerful Oh, okay. Do you have? I do. I got 16 telescopes here in the observatory. You can see the Observatory star there. Nice. Ryan was already up. Yep. 4:29 a.m. for me here, though, locally in Kansas City. Nebulosity around the Pleiades and Saturn, nice and bright. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Pleiades are stunning. Pleiades definitely stunning. Definitely stunning. It's beautiful, though. Yeah. Can't go wrong looking at Orion for sure. Because you get me, I used to think it was Mars. Aberdeen. That's funny. I think some people even think it was really tricky, like last year, for example, when Mars wasn't too far from Betelgeuse, or 2 years ago, I should say. Wasn't very far. Man, that got really tricky. Like, honestly, if you didn't pay attention enough, You miss it. Joe, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate that, dude. Oh, dang. Milkman's kid got smacked by the Streamlabs bot for no reason. Been to the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff. Oh, dude, no way. A really, really close friend of mine works there. She's really awesome. Really good friend of mine. Signed out for no reason. I know. I think it's because of the dot. Like, because he put observatory and then dot okay. Probably thought it was like a link or something. Hey, Maru. Buenos dias, ¿cómo está? Oh yeah, there's definitely solar systems in the field of view that we're looking at yet. By far. There's several. There's gonna be some, like, if you observe it enough, obviously, but kind of where the 3 stars on the top, there's a bunch of them in that region. There's 2 or 3 roughly, and then further out towards the left and up a little bit, you'll start observing some. Wonder what you're looking at. Right now we're hanging out with the Great Orion, and we got clouds coming in, so it kind of cleared up for a second, but I'm just, yeah. You gotta be cautious of these type of clouds. These kind of clouds make tear type stuff come out of them. They try to pee on the equipment. That's a little cluster in the frame. That is going to be the trapezium inside Orion. Or the Great Orion. This is a trapezium or a stellar nursery. It's Orion is A, B, C, and D. Fair Predator, nice guy. Nice, man. Super awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm not even seeing very many stars at this point right now in the main view. Trish, thank you so much, Trish. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Even in the darkest spaces, there's something to be seen. That is true. Unless you find a void. Then not so true. Then you see a void. Or if you look at a black hole, then you're looking literally at nothing. Milkman's kid, dude, what was your favorite thing at Lowell Observatory? Yeah, live through telescope right now. Okay, thinking about voice. Right now we're looking into Orion. This is the Great Orion Nebula. We got the telescope pointing at the Great Orion Nebula here. Try the comet limit if it's behind the clouds. Yeah, it's not in my viewable area. It's not quite in the viewable area currently. What's the designation? C 2025. Crap, what's its designation? I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I'd have to pull it up actually. Lemon. A6. C 2025 A6. Let me see if I can type it in on the planetarium here. Yeah, it's still right behind trees. It's almost to come up, but it's still right behind trees. But we would definitely see it. It's at 7.4 right now, magnitude 7.4. We can try to see if we can see in that area. We'll try it, but it's going to be behind the trees here. We'll check though. We'll see what we can see over here. Alright, we just got there. I think we're looking at trees, to be honest. I don't see anything. Let me try like an 8-second exposure. But let's zoom out too. Oh, we are zoomed out. Never mind. I had 3 times Barlow in on the C11, so yeah, I think we're looking in trees. Almost sure we are. Ever see any funny things? Like stuff blinking up there? Like it's camera flash. Sometimes you do. That's sometimes like, for example, short-lived meteors that come through will appear to be like a flash and not leave a tail. basic understanding of dark matter. Dark matter is just a measurement that is unaccounted when we calculate all the gravitational influence from objects that it's observable. There's something missing, and so that would be considered dark matter. Whatever that is, we don't know, but something is able to influence gravity that can't be seen, touched, felt, put in a box, and so on. It's going to come very quickly. It will, Blue. It's going to come up very quickly. It's 4:35 already. Exoplanets are awesome. We just passed 6,000 exoplanets, though. We now have confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets. Big number. You always wonder what now looks like all the way out in the furthest reaches. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty wild thing. Where I throw my stuff? I throw too much stuff around here, apparently. I don't see anything, though. I think we're looking in the trees currently. Just so you know. I forgot what we were doing, too. I fell asleep right there. Let me see if I can see a star just up a little bit from here. See if we can make out any stars. See how far from the trees we are. I think we're still in the tree. No, I'm starting to see a star coming in. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're near the tree, so we wouldn't be able to make out A6 yet. Or sorry, Limit. The Comet Limit A6. 2025 A6. Let's see if I can swing over here real quick. See if we can see anything. See if we can see any stars or anything here. Not. So this is also in the trees. I need to update the planetarium. It shows basically where the trees are actually located, but you know, trees grow, and so they're a little taller than the last time I updated it. Dark matter's probably an orange cat, maybe, for sure. I always wonder what now looks like all the way out there in the furthest reaches. Dude, that makes sense, man. That's pretty well. Magnitude 8.7. Ooh. Is it really bright? Nice. We got about probably half an hour or so before I'd be able to see A6, roughly. Just to put it in perspective, like in the tree that we're looking at currently, I just swung over to Bode's galaxy. That's where I'm sitting at currently, and then so this is right above the observatory here, which you guys can see on skieslive.com anytime if you ever want to. And you can basically see where the telescope's pointing. So like right on the edge of this tree, where Bode's galaxy is, and it'll come up in this direction. Different spot, but close to the first flash. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, debris. Like when we go through a field of debris, they can tend to be in the same area as it hits the atmosphere. It's very common. Joseph, I don't know, man, why you think that's even necessary right now, to be honest. So I don't know, man. But yeah, anyways. Somebody got a little insecure with their self. I got no problem with like having beliefs or anything, but that is really getting an insecure feeling when you go that far out in astronomy life. In the tree is what we're currently looking at. That's true. We're definitely looking in the tree. We're definitely looking in the tree. Let's see here. Where to go, what to do. Try Jupiter one more time, maybe? See how far behind trees it is. You can see it's starting to come up, though. Yo, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, bud? If I can bring it back in. Where'd it go? The sky. Oh, there it is. So we're going to swing over to Jupiter real quick, just to see if we can see it. But it's still behind trees as well. This camera sets a little higher, and actually you can see it coming in. There's 4 Galilean moons. So Jupiter's right here. You'll see the telescope starts to finally get here. Takes it a second to get there, but it's right behind the trees. But now we're seeing the 4 Galilean moons coming through. Starting to see them. If I get that out of my way, speed up the camera real quick too. So we got pretty much a straight line with the 4 Galilean moons tonight. See how she's looking here. Looks like it's still behind trees, obviously. Kind of fading in and out. Try to center stuff up here real quick. Okay. Yeah, we're still behind trees, but you're going to be able to make out a little bit of it. And a massive, massive atmospheric turbulence going on right now. See how crazy wobbly it is. First time he's got to see Jupiter in a cheap telescope. Felt like I was seeing something unreal. Dude, for real. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. If you just get up above the tree line, it looks so much better. And if we didn't have as much moisture in the air, it'd look a lot better. Yo, John, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. And it's going to fade out from a tree branch. Big old thing is just out there. Unthinkable. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on with Jupiter. Jupiter is stunning, though. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. We can try to stack it real quick while it's behind trees just to see what it does. I don't even know. Let me get this big old box out of our way. Is it going to let us stack it? Did I hit the wrong stacking? No, I got Planetary stacking on. Why is it not stacking, though? Stack! Is it not stacking? It does not even want to stack right now. What am I missing? Not paused. Let's do surface. Oh, it'll do surface, but it won't do a whole disk. It's gonna have a hard time stacking right now, though. Not much there to stack. There's trees. All right, let's turn that off. Yeah. So hard to stack something when it's behind tree branches, though. Sometimes you can get it. Obviously, you ain't getting it tonight, though. Ain't happening currently. Where are those moons? Both sides, right? We have moons on both sides. See if I can make out which one's which. And I cannot to the view. I would say down here, there's 3 moons down here. They're really hard to see. Let's zoom back out real quick. Way too zoomed in to see moons. See if we can get the moons come through real quick. Probably known that. Dude, night vision goggles are amazing. Love using them. I need to get a good pair, though. Be a lot of fun. I want to bring up some exposure just so we can see some moons here real quick. Maybe. Silly tree branches. Why they always got to be there? Alright, so now you can see the 4 Galilean moons. Kind of. They're ish. They're there-ish. 7 o'clock. Oh, dude, the big, yeah. The Clark refractor is amazing, dude. I love the building it's in, though. The wooden frame that they got. So beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, the Clark telescope. That's beautiful. The building, the structure, the building that's in is just so beautiful. Yeah. Wooden base, wooden frame. Like, remember looking up at like the dome, the observatory? Just how amazing everything was. Dog stars starting to come in the view, y'all. I can see the dog stars starting to pop up a little bit. See if we can see it real quick. Serious.
So serious.
Why so serious? Serious? Why serious so serious? Let's go try to find it. It's gonna be below the roof of the observatory, maybe? It might be. Yeah, it is. I believe it is. Can't see it yet. Silly thing. Try bodes again, maybe one more time. Oh, I just seen it right there. Oops. We just didn't get to it. Abort! Go back! See if we can get it this time. I think I did see it right on the edge there.
Maybe like.
And maybe like just underneath where the observatory wall is. I was having a hard time getting it to it. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I see it right there. Come through the view. A zigzaggy. Oh, they're serious. Alright, which way do we gotta go again? West or east? I don't remember. Try east first. Try west. They're serious. Here's the dog star. Let it calm down in the telescope a bit here. Bring down some of the brightness. Zoom in a little bit on it too. There we go. There's the brightest star in the night sky. That's the furthest way it's getting me. Oh, okay. Getting me the furthest out. Gotcha. I could pull it up on my website too. I just didn't feel like clicking, I guess. I use Space Engine as a backend on my website to do a lot of calculations. One of them that I do. Ganymede, Io, Europa is way out there, and then Callisto on the opposite side. Yeah. That makes sense. Serious B, dude? No way. Ain't get no serious B. What are you trying to do to me, dude? What are you trying to do to me? It's faint. White dwarf, little companion here. Dude, my telescope would blow out just from Sirius trying to capture it. Right now I'm using the C11, so it's an 11-inch telescope from Celestron. Do this here. Get it typed out for us too. I should take out the Barlow so we could try Bode's Galaxy. It'd be kind of fun. Would be kind of fun. Yeah, if I tried to get like Sirius B, then Sirius A, Sirius itself will just blow my visual like way up. Mario, what's up, man? Yeah, I was thinking Galaxy, Bode Galaxy. It's a beauty. I just gotta take the 3X Barlow off. First time I saw Andromeda in a galaxy with a pair of crappy binoculars. Dude, that's crazy cool, yeah. Even through those is very awesome. Yeah, dude. Really cool. Andromeda's stunning. Andromeda really is stunning. It's massive. Really, really massive target. Should we take off the Barlow and try to throw in a... or try to go for a galaxy or no? What do you guys want to do? What's your thoughts? You guys want to see a galaxy? Maybe? Take out the Barlow? See if we can zoom off. Get a meeting? Got 16 telescopes. Meets are good. I wish they were still being built. It'd be really nice. Let's go to somewhere where we can actually... Let's see. Let's move over to... Orion, so then when I do that, we'll be able to make out stars a little easier. It'll be easier to manually focus before we put the automatic focuser back on. That was the dog star. Beautiful Sirius. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's slow down the telescope, see what we got. Okay, let's see. Move it over a bit. And then we'll take out the Barlow right here. We'll just have the focal reducer on at that point. Go up a little more. That's going to be the Great Orion. You guys see it first before we take out the Barlow. We'll do it also after we take out the Barlow. Yo, welcome in, bud. Welcome in. See if we get enough light here. See some really cool space gas. Yeah, there we go. There's some space gas. But we're going to take out the Barlow so we get a wider field of view. So let me pull this out a little bit. Turn up some brightness here. We can see stars. Hopefully we can still see stars. All right, give me 2 seconds. I gotta step to the telescope here and take off the camera, the bar low, put the camera back on, then try to refocus. We should get it though.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. Be a little easier to see our targets now. See what we can do here. Bring down some of that craziness. We've got to focus a little bit more. Let's see which way we need to go though. See if it's this way or if it's the other way. See if they turn into points of light or if they get more donut looking. Looks like we're going more donut. All right. Like 25,000. Ooh, clouds are right here right now too. No. Of course the clouds would come in right when I need to try to focus stuff, huh? Okay. Let's do this then. Instead of doing that, we'll go to another area of the sky. Get away from the clouds for a second. Then try to focus in. Let's see if this is within the where the clouds are. Yeah, still out focus. It's hard to tell when I'm standing at the telescope. The monitor right next to the telescope is kind of like harder to see than the monitor when I'm sitting right here. We got an autofocuser though. I can just run it. Just got to get it in place. See if we can see anything over here. I see some stars. There we go. That'll help. Try to focus now. Pretty sure I screwed it in. Should work. Can tell that it is. Oh yeah, we're going. We're getting focused. Need a little more. Probably pretty close right there. Alright, let's take a photo real quick and then we'll place off. Make this a little easier process for us. We'll start to see Bode's galaxy come in. There's going to be some clouds here, so it's going to be a little difficult, but a galaxy we shall see. Let it settle for a second. Speed up the camera. Okay. Let's look at a galaxy real quick. Come on, galaxy. Let's see it. Bodes, B-O-D-E-S, Bodes galaxy. Messier 81, if you want to know. Ooh, flashbang, y'all. Not bad. Oh, these are going to be a lot of clouds, I think, actually. Let me pause some brightness. Yeah, we got a lot of clouds here. Let me turn down some of the brightness, so hopefully the clouds won't get us this next time. Try another one. Yep, next to the scar. Yep. See what happens this time. Gonna get it? Maybe? Looks a little cleaner. Nope, not really, does it? Silly clouds. Oh yeah, there's definitely clouds here right now. We have to fight the clouds for a second. Wait, do I have my... Oh, you know what? I got a histogram being stretched in 2 different places. Even. That don't help us. We gotta wait for the clouds to kind of push on us, and then we'll be able to get a little better view. Buzz is really stunning. Obviously, deep space is really hard to do on a night when there's clouds around. Really, really hard to do. I don't know if you guys can see it in there. I'll try to grab the green line out of our way. Dude, I can barely even see boats right now with the clouds. So I think let's go back to Orion maybe. Just looking at the clouds, see what we got here. To be honest, clouds are everywhere. Let's try over here real quick. Let me speed up the camera. Get some brightness. See what we're doing. Clouds, clouds, and more clouds, man. Everything's over here on the north and the east side of the sky right now, too. Alright, we're probably looking at tree branches, it looks like. I am not seeing anything. In terms of brightness here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet. Let me go to over here. Go check this side again. Clouds everywhere. There's some stars starting to show up. That's a good sign. That's always a good sign, seeing stars. Let me clear out our synchronization points also. And then we'll synchronize from here. Should help. Not astrophysics. No. Okay, and then we need to now click here. Sloop. Did you guys see the satellite go through right there? Went by really fast too. So here's going to be the great Orion again in a little better detail. Let me see if I can sit on this one. Almost. I just gotta make it bigger so you guys can actually see it, huh? Maybe. I don't know if you guys can see it that well or not. Beautiful Orion. Gorgeous area. Just trying to run a cloudy city, yeah. Exactly how that worked. Let's bring down some of the gain and then we'll take a photo. So we got some clearings over here. Nice clear sky. Do like a 15-second photo. Be kind of fun. Should be able to see it pretty well. Right now we're going to look at the Great Orion Nebula. It's going to come in anytime now, actually. There it is. Oh my goodness, why does it look like it's just cloudy everywhere? Oh, I know why, because again, I got my histogram being stretched in 2 different areas. Makes sense, okay. Anyways, here's a great Orion Nebula coming through. The beauty. Beautiful one and only. Negative 10 degrees on the cooler. Yeah, she's beautiful. Little satellite just went through the view, unlike the top right side. Right now, this is the C11. C11 with a dedicated all-sky camera. Or sorry, dedicated deep space camera. A cold tech camera. I wonder if I can do proper color calibrations here with stars. Let's see if there's any. Maybe. Actually, it looks like it tried. We just got to turn up the histogram a little bit. Gonna try with stars, but it didn't change it much though. Even white balance is not much different. I do. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, bud. Had to take a screenshot of that. Amazing. Yeah. We'll go for it. Well, We'll actually go for Orion here soon. Like, grab some really good photos and process them and stuff. Probably use the other telescope. This one's just way too much telescope for the Great Orion. 3 stars you see every night. I don't see 3 stars every night unless I look north. Then we do, obviously, like towards the North Star. North American Nebula is really beautiful. Really beautiful. It's on the other side of the sky, though. I was trying to do a Bode's Galaxy. Let me look at the clouds again. See how bad the clouds are now. Oh, we might be able to do Bode's again. Maybe. Let's try Bode's. Get rid of our photo. Speed up the camera real quick. I'll turn up some brightness so you guys can see out there and what we were looking at here. Turn up some brightness too. Make out what we're kind of looking at. Alright, so let's go to Bode's. See if we can see it now. Any better? It'll come through better. Bode's Galaxy. Here we go. Oh, nice, dude. That'd be awesome. That was the Great Orion Nebula. Beautiful Great Orion Nebula. Now we're going to try to swing over to a gonna try to swing over to Bode's Galaxy here. See what we can do. Plate solve and resync. See if we got enough stars. Probably. Oh yeah, we do. Okay. See about swinging us over enough. All right, here's Bode's Galaxy coming in the center. It's a little faint. You can kind of see it there. Let's see if I can take a quick photo. Or there's a car or something driving by. Maybe the all-sky camera like light up. So here comes Bode's. Now you can start to see Bode's Galaxy a little better. And then let's take down some of the brightness and we'll take a photo of beautiful Bode's. You guys want to do like 30-second photo? How's that sound, y'all? 30 seconds sound good? I'll grab my master dark for it and then I'll turn that off and go for 30-second photos. Bode's Galaxy. Let's see what we got. Oh, thanks, Mel. Look, man, appreciate it, bud. The longer the better, that's true. But the longer you gotta wait as well. Here we go. 9 seconds. 8, 7. I ain't gonna really count down. But it's almost there. 3, 2, and I hope it's not too bright. I'm gonna hit the auto. Actually, let me reset the brightness. There we go. Okay, we're good. See if we got enough lightness here. Log. Ooh, I did not get enough lightness. What did I forget to do? I got everything, I think. I don't know why it's not that bright. I'm having a fun time tonight for sure. Using a different computer than what I typically do. And apparently, I'm doing something wrong. Let me clear that out. Is it my darks are acting funny or no? I don't think so. Cooler's on properly. Everything's on properly. I just ain't getting much light, even at 120. I never had that issue before. 23 seconds. Gonna reset everything. Colors and brightness. See what she does. I see something, but my histogram is just small. Why are you being a pain? What am I missing? Take that off real quick and just look at the regular picture it took. Or just, I mean, it took a good picture. Histogram wise, it didn't put together. Interesting. Let me try it again. Let me clear that out. What am I missing over here? Oh, you know what? I got background subtractions on from doing the color calibration. That's what it was. Now I know. To make pleasure. A lot of time. Dude, I've done a few 30-minute exposure photos, and oh my goodness. It's crazy. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock here in Kansas City. I've done 30-minute exposure, and that's just way too dang much. Super long time to wait on stuff. All right, let's see how that worked. Okay, that was our problem. Now we're getting Bode's galaxy to come through. About time. The next photo will clean it up a little bit as well. I did not do my flats, as you can tell. So, ain't gonna be the perfect view, but it's gonna be a pretty cool view of Bode's galaxy here. If you're an astrophysicist or an astronomer. Astrophysicist that's a tough one to go for, man. Super hard degree to go for, super hard to graduate with, super hard, it's just really competitive. Super competitive. The friend that I was telling you earlier, though, that's at Lowell, she's going for her doctorate in astrophysics, and she blows my mind. She's really intelligent. I just don't have enough patience. I guess a satellite through our view. Of course, we'll get a satellite. The beautiful Bode's galaxy here. Let's see. The cigar galaxy is really close. Someone asked for the cigar galaxy, so let's go to the cigar galaxy too. It's really close to where we're at, so that won't be too much. Let's go over here. I'm gonna speed up the camera real quick. Turn up some brightness. We can see something. See some kind of stars out there. And then we'll just scoot over just a hair. We'll take a photo and then plate solve it real quick. Let the telescope calm down. You can start to see it coming in already. It's actually in a good place, so we'll go with this. That's decent enough. Go with that. 30 seconds. And grab it. And then we'll clear out our other view. Massive number of stars. No, we don't want to save anything. Ooh, where'd that go? I think the bot got you again, didn't it? Dang, Streamlabs, quit being so aggressive. Has to be live filter. Maybe. Very possible, man. That's the number of stars should be proof enough that there's like... Not really. I mean, that's not enough evidence. It requires visual, hands-on, just too much, man. Like when you want to declare something, then you need a way to test it and to have some kind of factual evidence behind it, right? But here comes the cigar galaxy here. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Pretty cool galaxy. Kind of zoom in a little bit. About some of the noise. Start to see a little bit. Cigar galaxy. Yeah, it's not quite on edge. It's edge on, but it's not like 100% on edge though. It's just a really beautiful galaxy. This and really honestly, the Bode galaxy and the cigar galaxy next to each other are just beautiful. Two different views of two different galaxies. I think it's really cool. Humanoids live in that galaxy? Don't know. Maybe though. Better quality than 90% photos. Man, this is just like 30-second photo too. It's a nice setup though. Everything's super nice and set up here in the observatory. This is roughly 90 seconds worth of photos. And we're running high gain, so like if you're doing stuff like this, you wouldn't run high gain like what I'm doing. Plus you'd probably focus in a little better than what I did too. I definitely didn't focus in like as well as we probably could have. But she's gorgeous. Really beautiful. A lot going on in there. The dust lanes, like I don't know if you guys can see the browns come through. It's gonna be the dust lanes, just gorgeous. Yo, what's up, D1? How you doing, bud? Absolutely, man. All right, let's go to something else here real quick. Let me speed up the camera. I'll speed up the camera quite a bit here. Turn up some brightness. Oh, forgot to close the little stack. Get out of our view. And then we need some brightness. Alright, so you can kind of see it out there. It's out there-ish. So kind of running faster and you can see boats. Let's see if we can see if we can see that comet yet. See if we can get lemon. There we go. Go find lemon. Dang, Streamlabs, man, is going after you. I've seen Hercules Star Cluster, do my favorite for sure. Love Hercules Star Cluster. Really gorgeous. We may still be behind a tree. Let me take a photo. I can see a few things here. Not much coming in yet. Not enough to really do much, but let's see. Yeah, I don't have enough stars to even place off. So okay, let's see here. Let me go to a star nearby and then make sure we're centered up, and then it'll be a little easier to get there. Let's see if this actually goes to where I want it to go. Oof. Top of trees suck. Why do trees have to grow? All right, Chris, sounds good, brother. Appreciate you, man. Have an amazing night, dude. Have a super amazing night, man. Tomorrow night looks really good, though. I should be on tomorrow night for sure. Should be, in theory. Looks like we're gonna clear right up. Smooth telescope a bit. Get near some stars here. We'll place all this real quick. Oh, you know what? We're really close, though. Might as well pull Jupiter up. Come here, Jupiter. Come Jupiter and the Galilean moons here. We got Jupiter and the 4 Galilean moons. Pretty much, I think the stream blocked out for a second. Oh, probably, dude. Streamlabs gets wild, man. Look at it. Go a little observatory. Try and time it. Well, then there's a star show or whatever you call it. Yeah. Whole bunch of amateur telescopes there. When I was there, dude, that's awesome, man. That's super awesome. Yeah, Jupiter's super bright. Now's when I wish we had the Barlow in. That 3 times Barlow. Because now we're just going to see like this little tiny object and not much zoom in on it. Yeah. Let's see here. Just zoomed in a little bit though. It's an area of interest here. Auto. Yeah, now's when having that 3x Barlow would be smart. Right now I'm using the C11, 11-inch mid-cast screen telescope. Yeah, I feel like now I gotta go put the 3x Barlow back in. The clouds seem to be dissipated for the most part right now. They look good there. Here's what the clouds are looking like, so let me get them all pulled back in. There we go. So the clouds look good. Like as far as clouds go, we look good. See Jupiter coming up over here on the bottom. So that looks decent. I should put in 3x Barlow again. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Should we? Should we put in a 3x Barlow? You guys call it. Put in 3x Barlow or no? I'm game for whichever. Get a little closer up. See Jupiter popping up right here above the tree. Barlow it? I think so. That's my thinking. Dude, I don't think the great red spot's coming around. I don't see it right here. Let's try it though. Let's put in the Barlow. Let me make sure we're centered up. At least we're pretty close. Oh wait, let me zoom out, because otherwise I'll screw myself up a lot here. And we'll try to center it up properly. There we go. Okay, now we can put it in the Barlow. We should be fine. Let's see what happens. Should have decent brightness for the most part. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Let's do it. Where did I put the cap? We need some brightness. We're not going to see it. Oh, I killed my camera, didn't I? What am I doing? My bad, y'all. I tried to actually point the camera at the telescope. Must have hit the power wire or something. I forgot to get us some brightness, though. I can't see nothing. We need a donut. There's a donut. Now we can do it. All right, 2 seconds. Okay. Couple more steps here. Well, I'm going to try to get the camera to reconnect again. And what are they going to do? Move that out of my way, the camera. Let's see if we're getting close. Okay, there we go. I'll be able to see it a little better from here. Donuts! Donuts. Yep. I got inspired to get into astronomy when I was 8 years old. Dad got the first telescope for the family. It really kicked it in for me. All right, let's see if we can zoom in properly here. Get some higher frame rate. And the camera. How to get that camera to come back up now? Let's see if it'll just come up. Nope. I'll have to reset the camera again, maybe. Oh, we got so much turbulence going on. There's a lot of turbulence going on. We go back to here and then back to here, and we'll start to make out the bends a little bit here. There we go. Start to make out the bends. There's a lot of turbulence in the sky. Like if you're like the scale 1 to 10, this is like a 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. We're probably looking at like 1, 2, 3-ish. It's just horrible, but we're gonna try to stack it though. See what stacking does on it. See how this goes. Adjust the colors. The old box don't need to be in our way. Let's see how she ends up looking. Kind of how it's starting to come through. Not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. We got some of the details. No mods now? I don't think so. I don't think at this point we don't. I mean, Streamlabs. Streamlabs pretty aggressive though. Alright, go back to raw view. Streamlabs really aggressive. I want to try to focus a little bit here. See if we can get a little better focus with the atmosphere. Ooh, the atmosphere is just insane. Probably won't get much better focus, to be honest. The atmosphere is way too insane. Real question is, where's our outside camera? Streamlabs booted you out once, yeah, a couple times, dude. It got you a few times. Streamlabs really coming at you. All right, let me check on the other camera though. Why isn't it kicking in? Let me see. Why it's not kicking? Says it's connected to the computer. I'm assuming nope, don't see the red spot currently. Not seeing the red spot. But I also don't see why the camera's not on. Connecting the OS. It is connected. I don't know. 45,000? Yeah. I wouldn't buy a C11. They're very, very heavy. Like I would honestly say probably like get the C8 or the 8SE over the C11. C11 is just a massive and heavy telescope. It takes a lot more power to move it around than why you'd want to have to carry around all the time. I'm going to take us out of focus here a little bit, just to see if we can find a better focus point. No, just the atmosphere is horrible. Ain't much we can do with it. Not much we can do with the atmosphere. Is what it is. A little bit of brightness there. All right, let me try to turn on off and on the camera real quick again. Let's see if we can get to work. Hopefully. Is it hopefully that kicks it on? Maybe it is. Maybe it's on. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. We got a camera. Clouds are kind of like intermittent.
No.
Right now we're clear. We're supposed to have rain at this period, but currently we're clear, so that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. H-alpha scope, I do not. H-alpha telescope would be probably one of the next things I would like to add to the observatory. Sun is the center of the solar system without, of course, being lynched. Dude, that's a tough one, man. Sometimes not having a conversation and just asking questions make people think better. Then, so they don't feel like they're actually being forced in something, you know what I mean? Let me zoom out a little bit here. There we go. Probably about like that, and then let's see if we can see some of the moons again. Get some of the moons to come in. We gotta really zoom out if we want to see all the moons, of course. You can start to make out some of the moons around in the area. Majestic Jupiter. I'm gonna stack it one more time here. See if we can stack it up. Let me try to reset everything. And try to fix its brightness and coloring and whatnot. There we go. It's kind of coming in. Kind of beautiful, actually. Kind of bad view for what it is. Actually, a decent view. Yeah, I agree. Have you seen Moon of Jupiter yet? We've seen a few, obviously. We can go out here in a minute and look more. Make sure I got all the other ones. Classical question: do you meet any astronomer from any time? Who would you love to talk to? Neil deGrasse would definitely be a fun conversation. Guys are up late. Yep, up pretty late tonight. I've been live only for like 3 hours and 3.5 hours now. I did a lot of equipment cleanup earlier when the clouds were around. Tycho Brahe. I like Tycho Brahe. I mean, I would definitely like Tycho Brahe. Tycho Brahe was a Danish astronomer. Really wonderful guy. I would definitely like to speak with him. I thought we were talking about modern astrophysics or something. Yeah, Tycho Brahe would be really fun to talk to. Copernicus even would be fun. I'm gonna try to do a little bit better focus. I don't know if we can. The atmosphere is just way too volatile. Yeah, we're out of focus now. Honestly, probably the best we'll get tonight. Let's zoom back out real quick. See if we can get all the way zoomed out on the camera. We'll look at the moons again if you want to see them. Tour where Newton lived in England. I would assume you can. I would assume. All right, let's see here. A little bit more light so we can see some moons. Zoom me out a little bit. There you go. And then if we can move it properly. See if I got the right way. Of course, I probably ain't. Go the other way. Yeah, now you'll make out the 4 Galilean moons here. It is Jupiter. Sombrero Galaxy, not up yet where I can see it. Sombrero is really beautiful though. Truly love Sombrero Galaxy. Beautiful, beautiful galaxy. Let me start pulling out some light here real quick. Do that. Let's go down here, get our darks back off because I still have my darks on. We don't need those running all the time. Let's zoom back in a little bit here. Get a little wider region than what we've been going at. Maybe that. There we go. And then some brightness. My God. Too much brightness. There we go. Now we can see Jupiter. Can you guys see one of the moons or no? Are they coming through on your guys' view? Not sure if you guys can see it like I can on mine. I'm on. Oh my goodness, y'all. That was way too much. My bad. Did not mean to do that. Flashbang. Turn on the histogram. I didn't realize it's already set so bright. I think you probably see some moons out there too. Hopefully. Hopefully you can see some moons as well. Some people like to see moons. Some people like to see the planet Jupiter. There's no like just an even amount of brightness. You can do both. stack it. We'll try to stack it with the moons in the way. See if we can capture some of these moons at the same time. See what happens here. Yeah, it's kind of coming in. Kind of make it out a little bit. You can see 4 of Jupiter's moons with it. That's awesome. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. The Galilean moons are amazing. Ganymede, Europa, Io, and Callisto. They're a rock. What's that going to do? Not sure what that's going to do. Alright, let's go back to our live view again. Beautiful planet. Thanks, man. Have a good day, Reds. Have an amazing day, buddy. We pulled over a little better. There we go. Have a great day, bud. It is now 5:31 a.m. Me align Jupiter. Think it. Go. Keep finding yourself back here. I appreciate you coming back. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, thank you. I need to probably reset the live because it still says Saturn. So let me do that real quick, gal. Let me disconnect for like 5 minutes or so. Use the restroom and then jump back on here for sure. When you shoot a bulletin gently to the earth, it goes up first before it comes up. Okay. It rises because of the curvature. It doesn't actually rise, but obviously it goes upwards because of curvature. But yeah, give me a few minutes here, y'all. Probably about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll be back on. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do, and then turn on notifications by clicking my my name. And you should be able to hit it. But give me about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be right back on. I'll see you guys here shortly.